Made it.
God damn it.
Make it.
Paul,
He didn't hit go.
Paul's
He didn't make
pretending, but Paul's pretending
doesn't
that
even
he's
know
here
what's
for the
going on.
episode.
Paul doesn't even know what the hell's going on.
Hey guys, welcome to Studio Blank, episode 9. I'm Paul.
I'm
with
Nate.
Me, yeah, I have Nate. Say hi, Nate.
Hi.
And I have Tim.
Hi. I'm dead.
We're doing fantastic right now. We're all sitting here ready to talk about the topic that I have prepared ahead of time, and I'm definitely not just killing time because nothing else is going on. Isn't that right, Tim?
Of course, you have this
Nope.
open.
Other Tim.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up,
I'm
Nate.
drunk.
You have this all planned out. You know exactly what you're doing. We're just following step by step. 100%. I understand. Got you.
Yeah, you know me, keeping track of everything. I'm definitely not shaving or taking a shower right now. But hey, maybe I have time for one quick game of League.
Just a quick one. You know those 30-minute games where everything goes right? 100%.
Really quick, 30-minute adventure, in and out, quick game of League. Nobody can stop me.
No. I'm going to play a quick game of Dota. It's only going to take me an hour and 20 minutes, and it'll be fine. We'll still get the episode up on time. It'll be okay. Tim's not going to have a stroke the whole time.
Yeah, it's not like I have homework
No,
to do
he
or
won't.
anything, you know? Like some, real life stuff to do that's, this timetable sensitive.
No, it's fine.
That'd be wild. Hi, my name is Paul. I'm currently playing Destiny. That's a joke. Paul would never play Destiny.
Oh, God.
No, I'm playing Tetris right now. My name is Nate, and I play Tetris.
Yeah.
My
My name is Tim, and I just do homework because I'm actually a responsible adult that has to do things.
So,
Yikes.
I assume we actually started the recording.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been recording.
We haven't clap synced.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm also still in the menagerie. So
I'm
surprised this
Paul,
is
are you
just-
recording your audio and the
Just audio. I have not clicked the video yet.
Oh, you're just in audio.
Oh,
Okay.
damn
my
it, you missed
God.
that's fine.
good
That's
content.
fine.
Content was value.
The content of the video is value.
5, 4.
Wait, do I have to stop that?
No.
Do it again?
No. Paul,
I'm
just start
recording
the
this video. I just did.
Okay. I was gonna say,
I was saying
restart
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so I could just do the sync like that.
Oh, that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense. I
Wait,
understand.
you shaved? You didn't do much.
We're all
Now-
having conniptions over here.
I just
trying
trimmed.
to figure out what's going on.
Paul,
No,
I
I'm not going to shave
apologize.
everything. No, you're
I
good.
apologize for trying to flame you about how you wanted to do your sync. I'm sorry.
Everyone does
It's
their
fine.
things.
I was just like, if I'm already behind on this, I need to do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 so I can hear it in my audio and then be like, oh, that's where I am. Duh.
There you go.
Okie dokie.
Uh,
So are we just gonna? Can we just put like I'll edit in like a meme photo.
A meme photo
Of, like-
of what?
Yeah, just of something.
Okay.
Oh, should it
I'll just-
be?
I can't believe it's not hentai. I'll just put that in for the beginning.
Wait, are you talking about the gift that Copper made of me?
Yes, I can't believe it's not hentai. That's what's just gonna be there for the first like.
welcome
however many
to
minutes
the
of audio.
memes. So this is fun. Actually, so if we want
My
Bees to
office
be
is
in
so
here,
cool.
we could just drag him in here because he can't talk, right?
I don't
Yeah,
think
you're
so.
just gonna have to hit
is
the button
Bees-
that you don't view him.
Wait, isn't it gonna mess with like the Discord thing?
That's what it would
there's a
do.
button that you can say don't.
Show not. The problem
Wait
is if you turn
wait a
off
second.
non-video participants for yourself, death goes away with bees.
Problem is true.
Yes.
So
Don't
So
do
we
that.
can't.
is bees even online?
I don't think
He's not even online.
is there any? I don't
Okay,
think,
cool. We're good.
I was gonna say I don't think there's
We're
any
good.
way to do this.
Oh,
Oh man, I sure hope he doesn't listen to this and think, oh man, why didn't they at me?
no, I
No, because so here's you weren't here for this, Comfy.
yeah, I
We're supposed to
already
live
DM'd him.
stream it to the YouTube instead of doing that,
Yes. Okay.
but we have to wait for the 24-hour approval process for YouTube live video stuff, even if it would have been unlisted.
Cause I'm a big fucking idiot.
No, he
that
just
Last
forgot.
week when I put the VOD up, forgot to turn that on because I'm again a big fucking idiot.
Hey, listen, it's okay. YouTube doesn't value anything on their platform, not to mention their creators.
I feel like you say
Fuck,
that
you're
almost
right.
every platform.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's not wrong.
You're really not
I was
wrong.
gonna say it's like that's basically 99% of platforms right there.
Hey, that's That's a very hefty 1% of platforms over there doing a great job.
I'm only saying 99.
Very proud of you, Farmville partners.
There you go. I only say 99% because I don't know what the other one.
Hey guys, we're partnering with Farmville and Only Farmers.
Only
Thanks,
Farmers?
please.
You don't have to be lonely.
At farmers.com.
.com.
I can't do that.
Farmersonly.com, you fucking idiots. Get it right.
No. Farmers.com.
No, there's farmers.com and then there's there's
We're an
farmers.
anti-gatekeeping farmers dating community. Farmers.com, not farmers only. Get that gatekeeping garbage out of here. I want non-farmers on my website. Who else is going to fix my internet?
Farmers.com, I'm pretty sure, is the insurance agency. That's why it's
Well,
farmers.
insure
only.
me
No.
for
We
life,
are
baby.
farmers.
Dun,
Bum,
dun, dun,
ba-dum,
dun,
bum, bum,
dun,
bum, bum.
Yeah.
There's the jingle.
There it is.
Why are there so many insurance companies associated
Farmers.
with farming?
Hey,
Because for
Why
a long
is
time,
agriculture
Wait,
they're
hold
a state
on.
of
Wait,
insurance?
it is a dating site insurance
yes.
on your love life?
Yes.
Does that mean Tinder is just sex insurance?
Do I get to sue Tinder?
Hey.
I have never thought about using it that way, but I'm having way better luck with Bumble this week, so fuck
Hey.
it. I guess Bumble's my sex insurance this week.
Whatever works.
I don't know what to tell you because none of that's worked for me. I literally just found a girl on Twitter and we talk now. Lol.
Oh, look at me. I'm talking to people of the opposite sex. Oh, look at me. Wild, isn't it?
Wait. We forgot one thing.
Do you not know that story?
Paul doesn't know
Death?
for sure. Wait, what story?
Wait, what?
Wait, what story?
Oh,
So he met this farmer girl.
Is it
No.
really a farmer?
No. So I swiped right on a girl on Tinder.
Okay.
She didn't swipe back.
Okay.
But the funniest part was 3.5 weeks later, she was on my gaming Twitter,
Okay.
like my work Twitter, and I was like,
How'd you get here?
so I just messaged her and I was like, I'm just wondering if you're the same person, and she's like, oh yeah, I saw you, and we've been talking ever since.
Wait, did you?
Could you
I'm dead
imagine
fucking
getting
serious.
rejected on Tinder and then still making the connection via Twitter
yeah.
and probably smashing?
Wait, no. I want to ask. How did she get to your work Twitter then? Like, how did that happen?
Okay. Hold on.
No, we can't dox this chick. It's not
Yeah,
fair.
it's not happening.
genuinely
Yeah, don't
can't.
dox it. But like, I'm saying, like,
No. It was just because so long story short, like she does like a bunch of random because I also don't just follow gaming Twitter.
Right.
Like I have friends who retweet random shit
Right.
from people down here in Florida.
yeah, same with me
Right.
and Callie.
She's local.
Florida gang.
So like I had 3 or 4 successive people apparently in a fucking line of people that I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
To get to one of my Florida friends to retweet her selfie that she posted, like talking about simp bullshit, and I was like,
Wait a second.
LMAO, Paul's a simp anyways, it's fine.
Alright.
damn straight. Anyway,
Damn. What are the odds of that
Pseudo-simp.
happening with like the Twitter algorithms all lining up and doing all that?
Dude, Twitter does the most. You don't even
Like,
understand.
I'm just saying that's some pretty crazy.
and the only reason I recognize it is because she had her Twitter in her profile.
yeah, I was
on
like there,
Tinder.
yeah.
Ah, there you go.
And I was like, I'm just making sure. Like,
Oh,
hi.
Paul, you weren't here for this.
No.
But I matched with someone on Tinder today, and I'm pretty sure you've heard my Tinder bio, and I'll read it again for the listeners. And the message I got was just hilarious. Oh, give me a sec. I have to go back to my Tinder bio. LFG must have 7+ clears, 1K voices, and finish under an hour. Must be willing to bank moats and know how to invade. Just remember, it's clutch or kiss.
Yeah, we don't need to look any deeper into that.
We genuinely
Those are some
don't.
weak ass requirements, no lie.
Bro, I didn't set the bar high. I didn't ask for flawless, fucking Garden of Salvation or
Must
Tetris
have
run.
No,
runs,
I'm not
Bane.
even going that far. You like, I'm asking for the in between of that flawless, and then your stand. I'm just asking for the in between. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look out
That's
for
fair.
you.
Oh, so like 15
Yes,
clears
looking out for you.
and like Shadow.
Yes.
Because like I think Shadow's like a moderately difficult
exactly.
one.
I'm looking out for you, Tim. I'm looking out for you.
Tim, are you saying that I do not currently meet the requirements to date you because I don't have
Yes.
Shadow?
That's exactly
Yes,
what
that's
he's saying.
exactly what he's saying.
Apparently that's what Death is
That
saying.
is what I'm saying.
See, Comfy, you
Still play Destiny.
currently meet the requirements. But if I listen to Death, you no longer meet the
And
requirements.
then he has to play more Destiny to
For
get the...
context, if you see me not looking directly at the camera right
playing
now or
Menagerie or
anything,
something.
it's because I'm in the middle of the menagerie trying to farm out getting Shadow, because all I need to do is sit here and kill Hespacito like 20 times. He just died, by the way. We're done. Oh.
Okay. Let's start this episode and hit him with that fat, like, mid-episode clap sync again.
I
Wait,
mean,
okay,
like,
really quick. Our timers, we just passed 10 minutes and like 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's me too.
yeah. Okay, so my audio is
Yes.
10 minutes 20. I'm like a second or two behind, maybe. I guess. then.
We're clap syncing on you, Paul, so take it away.
All right.
Him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clap. Okay, that's going to be a real
Paul.
weird clap sync because Death.
Paul, I
couldn't.
think you and I are on, like,
I
on
don't
it,
think I-
and so is Death.
You think?
No, somebody was. It was like a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it was a ding ding ding.
Was what I heard.
I thought I was off, or was I not? I felt like I was a little bit off.
You were a little bit off.
I think I was
not too much
I was
though.
a little bit off.
It's just gonna be weird trying to sync Death's like clap sync without seeing a clap.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I'm just like,
Can we animate two hands clapping over his
Yes,
face?
that's how you
Tim,
do it.
do it.
Yeah, okay. For the
Wait,
Patreon listeners, so this episode will come out, and what I'll do is I'll get the audio for the
Yeah.
Patreon
Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
and get that up, like, on YouTube or whatever quickly, and then I'll get the VOD up after, because it'll be like I'll grab, like, a clip telling them that, like, the episode's gonna be up. The VOD's gonna be up maybe a day or two later, because we're doing some special memes. Because we are. I'm gonna be doing special memes, so this is your warning that,
Oh
like,
God.
the episode
You're
is
gonna
going
do
to-
like actual
the
editing.
VOD will be later. Yes,
you
I'm
will do
gonna
actual
actually
edit?
edit this week.
Oh, okay.
Because I cannot keep staring at MATLAB code that tells me, all right, here you go. This is a temperature field. Now we're going to create a vector field that shows the temperature gradient through this steel fucking ball bearing that is the size of an ant's testicle.
I need you to
I'm
Google.
not
I need.
fucking with
Wait,
you.
you're not fucking with the ant testicle that size, really?
No. The problem is that's the actual prompt.
Oh,
Is like, it's genuinely like, it is a tiny ass steel ball bearing.
Why?
And because fuck you, that's why.
Because math problems.
math problems.
Because
it's-
math problems.
Because it's not
like,
real.
Yes.
Except like I'm
I mean,
using
math-
actual real world properties.
Except math
which
is
just
a
works.
math is a social construct. At me.
I'm gonna.
I mean,
kill myself.
Time
yeah,
is a
actually, yeah,
social
I agree with that.
construct.
Yeah, math is a social construct.
But I mean, math is just a universal social construct.
no, I would say
period.
no. It's,
Thanks, I hate
I guess.
Wait,
yeah,
math is the
It depends
universe?
on your universal
Yes.
definition of the social construct.
it.
Yes.
Thanks, I hate everything.
All right, me and Paul love this type of conversation.
I'm just trying
no,
to sit
see,
here
here's-
to get Tim to not quit his discipline while making as much fun of it as I can to the point where he gets upset with me. But he knows I'm also only just making fun of it because he knows that I just get to enjoy sitting here and listen to him talking about an ant's testicle.
You know what the worst part about this is my parents came up to visit the house
Yeah.
on Sunday to drop off like a Can Jam set and some of the RAM that I took from you because
Right.
the guy next door has a VR headset he's willing to let me stream
Oh,
with.
okay.
So I traded him 16 gigs of RAM.
Good deal.
And
Cool.
some,
Good deal.
Very good deal.
So I thought
Hey-
that was a W.
Hey, Tim, really quick. When the Star Wars pilot game comes out, do you want to go full VR and do real simulation Star Wars pilot?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we definitely could do that. I think that would be very fun.
Okay, good.
I don't have a
Just
Rift
making sure.
anymore,
What happened
so
to
I
your Rift?
can't.
Okay, don't worry. Nobody's gonna have a Rift very long.
Oh, fair
No,
enough.
I gave my
my
Rift
buddy's is a
to
Rift S.
yeah, no, I gave my Rift to Cheese
Oh.
because Cheese was doing things.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I
might
got
buy
it
myself a Rift after
after
this
you.
semester.
No, you
I
moved
said
here first.
Might buy myself a
Mm.
Rift. When I
Did
when
you
I
not
say
see
that
the
I mean
news this week?
I did.
It's
I'm
not that
hoping
bad.
they will walk it back.
No, Peter already said that that's not the case, and you won't have to do all those things. Like
Oh, sick.
they won't be required. Like it was a really whole thing because Peter was just like, it was really funny. It was on Reddit
Palmer
too.
Lucky, as one of his points when he was selling it, said specifically you will not
Oh,
have
I
to
said
log in with
Peter.
your
I meant
Facebook
Palmer. I forgot. I
Yeah.
flipped names here. But Palmer was like,
when he came out, he was like, no, you won't have to log in with your Facebook account to do it this week. So you're going to have to log in with your Facebook account.
That is what you're saying.
and then Palmer came out and was like,
No.
Okay, so we are about to be 15 minutes into this recording. I think it's a good time to start this episode, actually.
Like actually?
I have to
literally?
read.
Actually,
Like literally?
I have to, like, literally.
Alright. Take it away, Paul.
I gave
What's
you
up?
a drum roll, Paul.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Studio Blank, the Anime and Manga podcast, where Comfy interrupts me every single time I want to do something important, where you can find all your views, reviews, and news on all things weeb every single week, including when I mess up the intro and flip things around.
I was going to ask, do you want to just do it again?
You could do it again.
No, that's perfect.
no,
we just
no.
start. We're already
No.
here.
We're already here?
We're already
He
here.
gets to suffer.
We're already
I gave
here.
him a drum roll. Hi, I'm Nate.
Hi, I'm Tim.
I'm Dhillon.
And this is our guest, Dhillon. You can find him on Twitter at indaberdillon.com. .com.
.com.
Wait,
Guys,
wait. Search
just-
it. You have to
just-
search it now. You
Dhillon.
have to search it. We have to search this.
Dylan, do me a flavor. Do me a flavor.
flavor.
And put your Twitter in the brief.
Okay. I got you.
Please do.
In the slot that it belongs in, please and thank
Yeah, I
you.
got you.
Wait,
There's a
here's
slot
a question.
for you.
Are you anonymous duck?
Yes, in our Google
Okay.
Doc, he is an honest duck. Guys, we got to get into news this week. Goodness, there's actually a decent bit of news, but I want to start.
like it's our fault.
I mean, it's totally my fault, but that's fine. We're gonna start off with one of the interesting things that really started this week, which is the fact that Crunchyroll introduced new membership tiers and specific premium offers for higher tier subscribers, like exclusive merch, etc. Everything starts at your normal premium tier of $7.99 and goes up to $15.99. I want thoughts.
Okay, so I have some thoughts about it already. So when I saw that, I was like, all right, cool. So all they're doing is they're taking the premium and the premium plus out back, putting a gun in their head, taking them into the Frankenstein lab, and stitching them together in odd combinations to end up with 3 human beings. Which I get it, I guess, but like the fan tier is literally just premium.
Yep.
All they did was put a fresh coat of paint on it and go, hey, by the way, here you go. The ultimate tier is just premium plus like a swag bag and a coupon.
To be fair, swag bag plus access to exclusive merch is kind
Could
of
be
dope.
kind
It depends on the merch.
I mean,
kinda
Premium
sick.
Plus already has all the exclusive merch stuff and discounts as well. The only
Yeah.
thing that they're really adding to the newest high tier is the swag bag. Everything else is like, what's the middle tier called now?
Middle tier is something stupid.
And anyway, the point is, like, we're getting
It's
all I can
genuinely
see
dumb.
out of all I'm seeing.
Mega fan.
Mega fan.
Oh, mega fan.
Okay,
Oh, Lord.
so the only thing that seems positive to this is the thing that Verve has had for months is offline viewing. That and concurrent streams, top tier. I think
Yes.
that's actually worth. And like for
Absolutely.
the podcast, I would consider like for the 3 regular guys, like we all have Crunchyroll subscriptions right now. We're all paying $8 a month. We could just split one Crunchyroll account at the $15 tier.
Well, so I think that's what they're trying to do, though. So that's what I was going to mention. Is like it seems it's very reminiscent to me of like a Netflix style. Like they're kind of pulling back into this Western style of like, let's just kind of give the people a group thing because apparently
People like
the
it.
West really likes group things.
Well, they're
And
making
so-
it less of a one account per person and more of a one account per household kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like, I can tell you right now, there's 6 people on my Netflix account because there's 6 people in my family.
Right.
And yeah,
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Well, so like for example, like it'd be a whole
That's
nother
what
thing
it is.
too for like me to upgrade to the $15 tier and be like, hey mom, like I know you and Bethany are like really enjoying like My Hero. Like here's the entire access to my entire Crunchyroll premium sub, like as one of my 4 streams, you know?
Right.
And like for us, it's like
Or
you
one
know,
of your 6. Yeah,
Six on Ultimate
has
is 6.
concurrent.
So, like,
and it
you
has
know-
offline viewing, and so like I think the Ultimate fan, if you are doing it as a group,
Great.
I think is absolutely worth the money. But for a single person, it seems very stupid.
well, exactly,
Oh,
and that's
man,
my
there's a
point.
Swag bag.
That's flag bag.
There is a swag
There's
bag,
a swag bag.
but like you get it once a year.
Wait,
Like
What?
Yeah, it's an annual Ultimate Fan member swag bag.
Oh, it better be fucking worth it. Are you
Wait, do we have
kidding
any
me?
pictures of it?
That's what I'm saying. Think about that. No, they have no more information.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they have right now. But again, like I guess that's just kind of my point. Is like I feel like they're pulling this Netflix, Hulu kind of like group subscription thing, and I think it's fundamentally designed to be a communal like subscription tier, and for everybody else who's just doing their solo premium gang is just going to stick with their $8 a month and be good to go. You know, like I think everybody's going to kind of just sit in that and we'll be okay. And I don't really think there's anything too crazy. I don't know. Like I didn't really see any backlash, so I'm happy about that because I'm glad that they're trying new things, especially in the world of Netflix, Hulu, etc. Like CBS has their own streaming service, like Picard's exclusive too, like all this other stuff. I also think they're trying to do it to like one up Funimation as a whole in their entirety and be like, like
You don't have to try very hard.
no, I know,
Yeah.
but like this is like nail and coffin type shit. Like, oh, look, here's 6 streams on one account for $15 where all your friends and family can enjoy all the anime you could ever want. Like, you know, so
Except for Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2.
stop.
You had to throw that in there.
I know Gun's Life, right?
It's on Hulu channel.
Oh, that's on Hulu?
Yeah, my
Oh.
Hulu ran out today, in fact. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
like,
Mine ran out last month.
Anyway,
yeah,
like, I'm just
my Spotify
content.
Student is gone. So
I am just content that, like, I'm going to be able to be like, for especially us three, and just be like,
yeah,
Oh.
but I think the three of us could like honestly get a Studio Blank Hulu account. And be
Yeah, I was
fine.
gonna say
That's
that's
it.
probably the
But
But
winning
you get the
move.
point.
That-
You get the point. It's like just getting our accounts and like I think it's just beneficial in all the ways, especially for like when you have like frat houses. Can you imagine all your buds in the same house just subscribing to Crunchy for the same price? Like for all
No,
of
they
you?
all use Tim's account because they all cuddle up under the same blanket when they watch Rent a Girlfriend together.
See?
And you know what the worst part about that is all of them are the normie weeb, and I had to make fun
Oh
of
my
it.
God.
I had to make fun of that stupid ass title.
The normal.
That only watch it dubbed, and I'm like, okay, I love you guys, but fuck, can we just try Japanese one
Just
time?
one time.
Like, I'm not asking for a lot, but like, just like
Oh
one
no!
time.
Okay, quick point.
Just
Quick
like,
point,
there's so many good shows,
guys.
they
If
don't
you
even get the dub.
are normie weebs,
That was not a shot at
That
you.
was totally a
it was
shot.
a shot
This
at the
is
people
war.
that.
no. I'm just
No,
making
no.
this
Tim
point.
hates you.
I'm just making this point. If you are Norman Weebs, God of High School's English dub came out this week on Premium.
Oh, is it good?
Go watch
Is
it.
it good? I haven't heard it.
Maybe
I
we
really
shouldn't
don't
call
like
people
Mira's voice.
normie
I
weebs.
really don't like Mira's voice. Jin's okay. Like
Okay,
Daewee
so-
sounds like an arrogant little prick.
Wow, it's almost like
You're making the case for Tim here.
it's.
I'm not trying to. I'm just making.
Day's voice, like Daewie's voice. I always imagined the first like 70 chapters of him just being an arrogant bitch. So that
I
doesn't
didn't.
surprise me.
I didn't. I was. And we'll get into that. We can get into this later. We're in
That's
we're in
for
news.
a
That's
whole
a whole
different
discussion.
Um,
Other fun news. I think Tim's really excited about Burn the Witch, so I'm just gonna let him
There you go. All you.
Okay,
burn.
so
Go.
So
Burn the
did I
Witch.
post this like while you guys were talking about it, like just
Yeah.
completely separately?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, you posted it, and I had literally just looked at it in the Viz
Yeah,
app.
no, we were talking
was
about
like-
it. We were in our
I was like,
little
ooh.
planning thing, and you were like, "Huh, burn."
See, the best thing is, I saw it. I'd seen it and read about it earlier, and I
Yeah.
went back and I was like, "Oh, they're planning. I'll drop this in there."
There you go.
Yeah, no, so it was kind of cool. So, one, it's written by Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach, which means it could be great or a hot mess.
Oh, 100%.
But
There's
the
no in
character
between.
design slaps. The key art looks great. The trailer was kind of flat, but again, we haven't really gotten a whole hand on it. But the
Dragons.
synopsis, yeah, it's cute girls riding dragons, and they're witches. I mean, like, honestly, and the blonde girl has
there's-
twin tails. She is probably a Soon, and that's all I
That's all you
needed.
need.
You know?
So I didn't notice that until the other day that like twin tails are just
Bro, it's
soon.
stereotype.
it's
It's just soon.
it's
If you
it's a-
see if you
it's a
see
trope,
if you
dude.
see an anime girl with twin pigtails, they're a soon.
Most likely.
they're almost
like
always a Soon.
8 times out of 10.
Nah, I say 9. You have to get a little more than that.
I mean, like, I just didn't, I wasn't going to perpetuate. Stop it, Comfy. You guys couldn't see. For our podcast listeners, Comfy has a Nezuko cosplay, and he just put the bamboo in his mouth in a really, really interesting go at it.
There you go.
Guys, if you've never seen Comfy try to do anything seductive, let me just tell you right here and now that it's not as seductive as he thinks it is.
Are you challenging his
That's all I'm
addiction?
going to say.
Can we stop flaming one of the co-hosts, please, and continue on with the news? And also, before we go on with the news, I want to go back to the normie weeb.
Okay.
You can
the
put
voice I used
you can put it
was
back
meant
in.
to mock the nerds that go, "Oh, if you only watch dub, you're not a good weeb." Fuck you. Fuck that opinion. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're only a bad weeb if you gatekeep people from enjoying other content.
Actually,
There you
factual.
go.
I'll
Seriously.
agree with
Yeah,
that one.
Comfy made a
I
good
just
take.
happened to,
I had to make the normie weeb thing be as apparently sarcastic as possible.
No,
It's okay
absolutely.
to have it's okay to have a preference, but I'm going to throw this out there. There's some really bad Japanese voice acting teams.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
and
I
there's
am
some
100%.
really good American
Yeah.
ones.
But
So,
I
like-
will point out that the vast majority of the mainstream stuff
It's usually pretty good.
is quite
yeah,
good.
usually pretty good.
Yeah, like Boku no Hero has a really good
It's been getting
English dub.
progressively better as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
It's
enjoyed
one
the
of those things
Japanese
that's like-
dub better.
I just like All Might's voice in Japanese better. Like I love Chris Sabat. I loved Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But when I hear All Might's voice in English, all I can picture is angry Vegeta.
Yeah.
And
See, no, I don't have that problem. Mostly because I think like I can just like my brain is just locked onto All Might as a character.
Oh, okay.
Secondarily, I think there's just like a measure of like independence with the things that he says, because like he kind of gets into it in a different way than he does with Vegeta. You know what I mean? Like when
Chris
he's
Sabat, like I've met him IRL.
Yeah.
He only identifies as Vegeta, and everyone else is just Vegeta
There
like.
it is.
I'm not disagreeing,
So
but
What a hero.
But my point is, like, for example, United States of Smash,
Okay.
right? Like, I like
love how
United
this
States of
was supposed to be
Smash.
news.
Oh, this is 100% supposed to be news. I like United States of Smash in English more than I do in Japanese.
I haven't
I
watched it
don't
in
agree
English.
with that, but I can understand why.
Yeah, I've
So, like-
appreciation for both. They both do different
Oh,
things.
absolutely. 100%. I just happen to have, like, more of, like, a spine tingling, like, whoo
Sensation, yeah.
it's in English. Yeah, but that's all it is. Like,
Yeah, like Christopher Sabat's voice when he does United States of Smash sends a tingle down your spine. Hearing All For One's voice in Japanese as he gets demolished, that for me sounds better in Japanese than
I
it
agree.
does
Yeah,
in English.
100%.
I agree.
So like,
I agree.
I think it's-
Anyway, we have beat the nerdy like put downs to death. More news.
Yes.
Tim,
Okay.
hit us with the next thing.
all right, so there's two things I want to
All
talk
right.
about.
Cool.
And these were things that we didn't put in the news channel, so I'm the only one that has access to
surprised.
these.
Yes, I have no
I'm
idea what
scared.
the fuck is going on.
Okay, so Netflix is releasing Dragon's Dogma as an anime.
Yes.
Yes.
And they revealed the trailer and the key art today.
about
and
20
it-
minutes ago.
Yeah, actually. And it looks sick as hell.
I'm
I did actually say that knowing that they released the key art 20 minutes ago.
so
No, I know. I was looking at the Anime News Network post and it was like, that released at 8 o'clock. So it's been about an hour that this has been available.
so like
Fun.
I never really got into the video games.
Dude,
which
Dragon's
is-
Dogma is fun as
Right.
hell.
But like
I'm not a big fan of the way that they're animating this at all.
I
Really?
think the character design looks really good. I am not a fan of the monsters, but I'm going to give it a shot.
are they
because at
doing
least
the CGI stuff again?
The CGI characters, the monsters, at least look like they belong in the universe. They
No,
don't
see-
glisten in the sun.
yeah, no, like the
problem is that
shading's
they're
there.
doing the 3D CG in 12 frames per second when they can be rendering at 24 frames per second, and a lot of the special effects that they're doing are rendered in 24 frames per second. So it's like they're intentionally slowing it down to make it look like anime, but they're also intentionally cutting corners by using the 3D CG. So there's a weird disconnect between the movements, and it's like it could be smoother and
understand
it
that.
could look better. but
Yeah.
it doesn't look super great. And I'm not a big fan of the 3D CG. And if you need any further reasoning, just look at
Gibiate?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say Gibiate. I was gonna say Berserk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Ooh.
I don't know. The only reason I can disagree here at some level is because the 3D that looks like they're using from what I'm seeing here is
It looks like they ripped the models right out of the game.
it's not even just that. Like the shading's proper. Like I get what
shading is good.
right. Like I
give
get
it
what
that.
Comfy's saying about frame rate differences between the CG and that, but like I can deal with that. But like I cannot deal with improper shading and bad like mechanical movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they look like they glisten in the sunlight.
Yeah.
When nothing else does. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
They
for
have
example,
lighting effects on them.
For example, if we go back and watch, because I rewatched Legend of Korra this week, and by this week I mean yesterday. The entirety, all 4 seasons. But the point that I want to make is like almost all of the mechs in that entire last arc are CG.
In the entire first season.
Right. Well, I mean, the whole all of them, and like they're certainly not inherently shaded as well.
But they're okay.
But like they move right. Their frames are there, but like they also feel like they place in the world. Right. So like as long as these CG elements look like they place in the world well, I think we'll be okay. And I'm really interested to see how Netflix does their own version of an entirely new IP in some level, you know?
Yeah. I do definitely agree with you there, where like I think Korra did a good job with the CG. It's not nearly as bad as a lot of other stuff.
That's very true. And I think like the concept that they're going on is just a quality, like it's just a story ripped right out of DD, and I think that's fine.
Yep.
I mean, like look at the Persona 5 anime, and that looked good and ran good and was a video game based anime.
Yep.
So I'm hoping, because it looks like the team that's directing and writing it will do fine. Like Tsuneyama Sensei is writing the script, and he did Card Fight Vanguard, and I don't hate the scripting on Card Fight. So, and I don't know.
And the characters just look real good too, so I'm really interested to see.
Yeah, and the director was the like CG design and 3D director on like a bunch of shit, like a ridiculous amount of stuff. So I think he was the one that did Ava 3.
Oh.
And because he's been working at Sublimation for like ever, apparently.
Gotcha. Cool.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I think it could be. It's something to watch for, and it comes out on the 17th of September.
That's not that far. We'll update you guys in a couple weeks and let you know how it goes. So.
Yeah, I'll sit down and I'll binge the whole thing, unless
same.
it's absolutely abysmal and I can't put myself through it.
And then we'll let you know about that too. What's the No.
Can't.
You just can't. You can't.
All right. And so
number 2.
There was a manga that I was like, ooh, this could be a really fun anime. Like a really, really fun one. The characters are fun. They're beautifully drawn. It's very humorous. It's got some solid fights in it.
Yeah.
But it's getting taken out back and put down at the end of its second volume. I'm like, bitch.
What is it?
It is Jun Kirarazaka's Bone Collection. So it's Bone Collection.
Bone Collection.
And this shit's so good. And I've been having so much fun. Like, it looks like it ends shortly.
Interesting.
Like
I know we've had a lot of upheavals in the manga world in the last month.
Honestly, the last 6 months of manga have been very upsetty spaghetti because a lot of good stuff has just been ending.
Yeah, it's true. Either ending or getting canceled for various reasons.
Put on some kind of hiatus.
Yep.
For this or that reason.
You know,
or
17 months of no.
Yeah. Okay, that's a whole different issue.
17 months of no Hunter x Hunter is very sad. Anyway, It's a whole different issue.
You're not even reading it. Shut up.
That's because
Damn,
I
I'm
know
called
if
out.
I started reading it, I just get really upset every month that I don't have something. You know what I mean?
No. Paul, you'd get upset every week that it's not available because that's how it goes.
You're
See,
not
that's
wrong.
why I don't read.
I mean, that's fair.
enough.
Continue.
I don't know.
I think that's really about all the news for this week. Kind of a
there's
slower news.
There wasn't a whole
but-
lot that was like we gotta like hit on that shit, but
That's why I let us splurge a little bit on my hero. But anyway, guys, we got Dhillon here.
What's up?
I'm gonna call him Death perpetually, probably, because that's his old Twitch name when we used to play Trials.
Trials of
Paul playing
Osiris.
Destiny. What is
that
this?
Kratos, and Death.
Okay,
and
so-
me and all the old people's playing Destiny. Anyway,
I'm taking the
Thank
reins
you.
here.
you're taking the reins. Why?
Please.
Okay.
Go, Tim.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God! Finally, get it out of Paul's hands.
Get out of there.
Yeah, I'm just
Oof.
ripping this from Paul.
New Paul. Okay.
Okay, so our topic this week is going to be the impact of reading the manga or watching the anime first and then going to consume the other one, and how that changes your views and how you feel about it. So, I'm known for reading the manga incessantly and then having such annoying expectations for the anime that I'm always let down.
Yep.
Or
That's about that. No, just so everybody knows, this is perpetually Tim, forever, every single time an anime gets made from a thing, ever.
Or I'll watch the first season of an anime. Or I'll get like so caught up in an anime and then be like, well, I can't wait. I need to know.
Oh, you mean like we did with Tower, which started the entire podcast?
No. See,
be
I was
wild.
already reading Tower,
Yeah.
but I had not
You just
gotten
weren't caught
nearly
up.
as invested. Yeah, I wasn't current with it.
It's basically what happened.
But
though.
I went back and reread. Like,
yeah.
And then all three of us set a serious expectation for the anime, and
And it delivered.
I was saying,
I would say
It
delivered
skipped-
on
it
most
skipped
I
things.
said
it.
Summer Spark.
100%.
We missed the banana.
We did miss
Yes,
the
we did
banana.
miss the banana.
It
But
did
to be
not animate
fair-
the banana.
To be fair, they only had a 13 episode season. And I think,
did it-
given
They did a
that,
pretty good job.
like, it was.
The pacing
Hot.
for it was impressive.
I'm not
I-
liking God of High School's pacing. Anyway, we'll continue about that.
Oh no! I was thinking we could go into that actually
Okay,
this
cool.
week.
No, I was thinking so. I just didn't want to like start the discussion with God of High School. I was going to let everybody kind of like roll through, like for example, I know that I'm kind of the opposite because I historically haven't really read as much and only recently have like decided to sit down and I'm going to read and catch up and go ahead on all these favorite things. Like, when I was watching Naruto, Dragon Ball, all these things, I never bothered reading. I was just like week to week like everybody and then waited like a couple months.
I have a few shows that I have gone ahead and read after the fact. So like I finish the anime and then I'll go continue reading the light novel or the manga, and that sets levels of expectation. The first one I did was Sword Art. I finished season 1 and 2 of Sword Art and I was like, well, that sucked. Is there any more of the good shit?
No, comfy. It would be a very
liked
long
Phantom
time.
Bullet.
It was good.
I
It took
liked
a lot of
Mother's
time.
But I read through the light novels 5 through 12,
Yeah.
which brings partially through Alicization, and that ended up setting pretty good expectations for what should be happening in the series. But the problem is that now when you watch it week to week, you don't get the suspense and everything, which you would have gotten if you were reading it week to week, but it's different,
Absolutely. Death here. I'm going to have to try and say Dhillon every single time.
Right.
Dhillon here is our resident binges through manga
Yeah,
and light
to
novel.
give you a reference,
Resident light
to
novel.
give you a reference,
expert.
So when Tower of God the anime was coming out, I think episode 3, and I was like, Paul was like, tell me you should read it. And I was like, fine, I'll read it. I read all of it and caught up in like 3 days. And then for other light novels like Overlord, I think after the 3rd season, I read all of it in like 4 days. And then the irregular, I think it's like 31 books. I read all that in about a week. So like if it's good, and I don't think the anime is going to continue or whatever, I binged it all. And usually only exclusively light novels, but I've been doing manga too with Demon Slayer and stuff like that recently. So my perception's a little bit different. Oh, and then also Misfit. I've been reading the web novel of that and the translation, and I will say there's some missing parts of the anime, but I think I like the anime more than the actual web novel. So in some respects, it depends on how stuff is adapted.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Let's start off with adaptation, I guess then. And let's start off like at our classics and beginnings that we always have this moment of. Let's start off with Full Metal Alchemist.
I've never read Full Metal Alchemist.
See, I don't necessarily want to talk like
the show's creators.
The ding. There you go.
That's a Full Metal Alchemist jab, not a Brotherhood jab.
No, I'm aware. I just sat there and my brain went, wow.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
There.
Is I want to like make that reference point because I think it's really important to distinguish that like you can still come out with a quality product.
Absolutely.
But it may not be true, or it may have its issues. You know, like we incessantly mention Full Metal Alchemist and Akamega Kill whenever we talk about this kind of thing, right? Because
Tokyo
Ghoul. I haven't read Tokyo Ghoul nor watched it, so I don't really have a stake in that race.
Oh,
it's bad.
I've heard it's
really
bad though.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. It's like
I heard season 3 got back on track.
Imagine Full Metal, not Brother, the original. And they didn't read anything at the start, and didn't understand the pacing at the start, and they just
the first like 40 episodes of Full Metal are totally.
I know
fine.
that's what I'm saying. With Tokyo Ghoul, that doesn't even happen.
Just imagine episode 1 of FMA through the end is just bullshit.
That's literally what Tokyo Ghoul is.
Like absolutely fucking garbage. It doesn't matter. It's not canon. It doesn't make sense. There is no pacing. It's like a goddamn roller coaster, except the guy that's controlling it is like got his hand on the throttle and is piss drunk.
Wait, what roller coaster do you have where someone has a throttle? Wait, this sounds like the worst amusement park ever.
I want to know because I need to be there.
Exactly. Tokyo Ghoul is the worst amusement park ride you can imagine.
And not even a good bad.
Except you enjoy
not even
it.
a good bad. Sword Art Online's a good bad.
No.
Tokyo Ghoul, it's not a good bad.
Yeah,
It's not a good bad. It's bad.
Sword Art's a great
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I'm saying.
It's a great bad.
Sword Art is something I love to hate, but at the end of the day can somehow turn my brain off and still watch it. I might hate myself for doing it, but I can do it.
Tokyo Ghoul, you can't do that. It's just bad. There's no like redeeming value. There's nothing. It's just bad.
Tokyo Ghoul, I didn't finish Tokyo Ghoul.
That's
like
fair.
I got to a point that I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
It doesn't get better.
We got spicy off the bat.
It doesn't get better. I watched it all. It doesn't get better. It gets worse. It gets worse.
It doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better.
Tell me about.
I heard. I had friends be like, "Nah, season 3 was good."
No, they're lying to you.
No, okay.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
I was like, okay, Tokyo Ghoul
I wasn't in love with it.
And they're like, yeah, so it's actually based on the the source material
concept.
And follows the source material, and I was like, whoa, that's a weird concept. Following the source material when you're using the same fucking characters, odd. And then I watched 2 episodes.
That reminds me of
like never mind.
I see. That just makes me think of like how Fate could have ended up.
Oh God!
Had it been done badly.
Don't get me started on Fate.
Fate can't be done poorly. Fate's a perfect existence.
Well, no.
Fate can't be done badly. Ufotable exists.
Well, so this is the point that I was going to make about that in reference is like with Tokyo Ghoul. If what I'm hearing is correct, like you have all this source material and ideas and things that you can like put into place and like great, and then the anime does absolutely nothing about it at all in any way, right? And like Fate in existence could have taken all of the source material and not stripped out the bad parts or the ecchi.
Not stripped out the stripping.
Exactly. So they could have like adapted it and like been true to the thing, and it would have never gone anywhere because they would have been
no. It would have still gone somewhere. It would have just gone on to Pornhub.
The people reading it would have gone somewhere.
Oh, come now.
Fair.
Oh, come now.
Stop reading the book. It's
but
not a book of commands, it's dialogue.
Oh,
anyway, you get my point. Like the adaptation matters like a lot. Like, and you can have adaptation that is not faithful, quote unquote, do well. And that's my point about that. Is like Fate's adaptation is not inherently like specific to its original source material. Like that's the reason there's literally 15 fucking different universes and alternate pieces, and like nobody's actually the same, and all these things.
Fate
Right?
source material is, can I turn this hot hunk of man from history into a woman? Yes
and then
or
have
no?
sex with them.
In a different
Exactly.
universe.
And that's my point. And Tokyo Ghoul was like, hey, look,
Timelines.
we're gonna take these characters and just butcher them.
But like,
That's not
And,
even
like-
fair.
And like,
Butchers usually do a good job.
Butchers usually have like a target to go off of.
yeah, but you get my point. So like that's I
Yeah,
think
they
that's definitely
roadkill
something to be referenced. You know, like
you have not done. You opened up Tokyo Ghoul.
Brutal
You
this
opened up.
week.
I had so many thoughts when like we sat down and decided on this topic. I knew exactly where I was going with this. I didn't want to put the talking points because I knew I was going to either start a fire, get too angry while planning to not hold back, and start spewing then and not even get it on camera, or 3, have to go get pissed drunk to calm down and go to bed. And then I do want
to make a point to something you just said. You said on camera, guys. Our Patreon's up. If you want to check that out, you can check that out at Studio Blank on Patreon.
Patreon.com/Studio Blank.
Or go.raredrop.co/Studio Blank to catch all the episodes and the Patreon.
I want the record to show
Do the
that
thing.
I'm the one who came up with this topic. So if anyone wants to throw blame at Tim, I am accepting it and I'm taking it all. It's all me. It's not Tim. He can go.
But
That's
if any-
true.
But
It
if
was your
anybody
topic.
wants to give him credit for an
and credit,
entertaining
too.
episode, I was here.
Yeah, Comfy
I
was
was here. Yeah,
That's very true.
Me and Dylan put in all the
100%.
effort. We started the podcast early because we wanted to get some extra
All
content
for
in
you.
there. Paul didn't even show up until 10 minutes in.
No, it was,
Like,
That's very true.
that's true. But so
So-
back to the point. I think it's very just like let's jump to the other side and go. What's a good entire alteration like that we've seen in like a good anime? Like what's something
degree,
that your
though?
source material was like?
Like it's like the smallest, like
don't know.
Tower God. Like I give the classic example of Tower God. Remember what the when they were drinking and they were having a little party scene? I really like that. Yeah, when they're
Yeah.
all drunk and stuff. Yeah, I like that scene.
oh yeah.
I like that scene.
That was
Oh,
a
and the
good
fucking
scene.
the
But you know
chocolate
what's-
bars, the chocolate bars with Ghost.
well, also, you know
Best
what's
thing.
great is in Tower of God, they cut out a lot of from the webtoon to
Right.
the anime. They cut out Shibisu talking with what's her name, Knife Chick.
Don't remember Knife Chick.
Yeah. I remember.
I don't remember her name
Nope.
because she's a very minor character.
She doesn't even make it out of the second
Yeah.
floor.
No, and in the webtoon she literally leaves quietly.
Yeah,
Like
so-
she makes like a side comment about I'm not meant to do this and leaves. But then because they cut out all of that time of her and Shibisu talking in the webtoon, in the anime they just have this entirely extra edited
Right.
scene where they have a heart-to-heart discussion about I don't think I can do this, but I think that you're somebody that can.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, and it was a very beautiful scene that I thought was a great addition to the adaptation.
Beautiful addition.
And covered where some of the stuff that maybe the author had not touched on to like give some of our main characters more background or growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very good move for like the Shibisu character, and we know that SIU was overseeing the production. So that might have been something that he regretted not putting in, or he thought about later while going back and looking at it. And was like, oh wow, this is something that I could have done.
The big thing is it didn't feel out of place and it
Exactly.
didn't feel weird.
Well,
Yeah.
so this is I guess this is an interesting point to ask and or make, which is how much do we think having the original writer on as production assistant or overseeing things?
I think it's incredibly
I agree
important.
too.
And this is why I
Most
say that
required.
is because like we have references of movies in the real world, right? Like we didn't have Tolkien to reference for like Lord of the Rings in its entirety. Like we had a shit ton of his writings. Like we had the Silmarillion, we had like all of the books, right? And so we had like kind of a reference for what the world would do and the addendums that would be made. You know, like for example, in The Hobbit, right? The giants having that giant stone fight in the middle of the mountain in the storm is not technically part of The Hobbit, right? But Tolkien's son, in that discussion with an accumulation of all the writings, were like, yeah, that's very much in the spirit of my dad's work, you know? and it added an element to like the traversing and so on and so forth that allowed the characters to have like moments. And so I think it's like how much is it necessarily that they like be on par with the project versus like making sure it's in the spirit of the author.
Again, I think it's one of those things that having the author on or available
On call.
Yeah, like having them on call to discuss like, well, maybe we want to cut this and add something like this. And for them to go, yeah, no, I agree. I think that's a very, like, that is a choice of something that I would do.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, if it's something that the author would do, it will be, it will feel fine to have it in there, even if it replaces something else, as long as it's not a major plot point. And as long as, like, it maintains the pacing.
Unlike the ends of stories.
Yeah, except
let's do that. Let's jump from that into the whole point, like about Akame Kill and Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, what happens when the writers are there, but it's not done?
Oh god.
And they decide to just put
and they just yeet it.
They put the knives in the spine and go goodbye.
I mean,
too
like,
early?
So in all honesty, I've never heard Comfy's full rant about this. So I want to hear Comfy's actual rant about the ending of Akame Kill and why it's not in the spirit of like the story and so on and so forth, especially considering the manga ended afterwards. So go.
So Akame Kill was one of the most popular mangas in Japan. Like, bar none. It was beating out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
And
I know that sounds like
gigantic.
a meme, but JoJo's is massive.
No.
Yeah.
As someone who's like well acquainted with Japanese culture, for being on, the East Coast of the US, JoJo's is fucking massive.
You would think it's One Piece that's killing it over there, but man,
One Piece
is killing it.
One Piece is one of the best-selling novels of all time in Japan, but JoJo's is the best-selling, like, third-party accessory and merch. Like, it is the biggest brand in Japan for anime.
So, Akame Kill is literally the best-selling manga at the time. They are killing it, and they're leading up with the arc, and it's following the anime at this point in time, right? We're getting to around episode 19. And the anime decides we have 7 episodes left. Let's end it. And they go and they write out the rest of the characters. They write the final battle, all of that stuff. The manga, however, is like, hey, you know what? We're introducing a new league of villains over here with 6 new characters, with 6 new Imperial arms that are all incredibly more badass and better. And this is where things are going to start taking off. Oh, by the way, I'm also launching another side manga over here called Akame Kill Zero that follows Akame and Kurume as they grow up and become assassins and become better. And there's all of this content that they can choose from, and they decide to just bury it.
Oh, I mean, they don't necessarily bury it; they bury him.
Oh my gosh!
No. They buried that series.
They buried it. It's the same thing with Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist.
Don't even get me.
No. This is the time to talk about it. Blue Exorcist is not talked about as much, but it followed the exact same issue where it had an excellent first season, and then the second season was all bullshit. It was all made up. It was all garbage. And so, or like the second 13 episodes, I should say.
Yeah,
and they put I don't even remember how many episodes there are. I apologize. They put a nice ribbon on top of Blue Exorcist, and they were like, that's it. The devil's a good guy. Have fun, everybody. And then 5 years later down the line, they released Blue Exorcist Season 2, which pretended that last half never even happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want them to do with the Akame Kill.
I'm down for that, to be honest.
Like,
just pretend it didn't happen.
So,
come on, Paul.
Log Horizon?
Oh no! I still want to get into God of High School. And
I haven't read through Log Horizon.
Okay, I haven't either. I just wanted to talk about the fact that like the second half of that anime, you just get disconnected from everything because they add so much filler for like the kids that it's not that like the source material or what they're doing with the main source material is bad. Like it's the addendum of.
Do you want to know why though?
Sure.
Log Horizon, was paced so poorly, that they caught up to the anime. Or they caught up to the manga, and they just couldn't not get. They couldn't just
Wait.
wait.
They just
long
had to
enough.
have an episode.
Like there was just
Yeah.
So it was just constantly filler because that was all they could do. It was that or just end the season
Pause.
there, just cut it off and go bye-bye.
Wait like 6 months.
We need to wait. We need to wait like at least 12 weeks to put out an episode.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like the problem with Log Horizon is not that the content is bad and that the adaptation is bad, is it got the seasonal anime treatment when something like Log Horizon was doing really well as a manga, and they're like, yo, we got to get on this
Wow,
shit
it's hot.
now. And
I'm just so glad that the new
got One
seasonal
Pieced.
format. I'm just so glad that the new seasonal format like discourages that, and it's like it's seasonal.
I so agree.
Like,
the new
wait.
seasonal format is like,
Yeah.
it is a blessing and a curse.
100%.
But it's better than the continuous.
Because the problem, I don't think
Really?
that's true, and I would love to have an entire episode to talk about this because I have a lot of examples on both
Okay.
sides where I think it's great for some shows and it's horrible for others.
Yeah.
Like it kills the IP.
Give me one example. I need
Ooh.
it. Like, just give me one example. You don't have to go into it. Just give me one example.
And an IP
Yeah.
that it killed. Okay, let me go through my Crunchyroll
All right.
watch list.
Oh
Just
boy,
one,
here we
just
go.
one.
Okay.
Just don't go too crazy on it.
Well, so
I know,
so
no, I'm gonna
but,
go
like,
through and Ready?
I would like to side on. I think that the seasonal is great because imagine if My Hero was a consistent series.
It'd be like Black Clover, basically.
oh no. Again, I didn't say that it's bad for everything.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I know.
like
I'm aware. I'm just bringing up my
So
point.
here's my thing. I think seasonal works fantastic for anything that is not already done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think
That's fair.
I think if you have anything that is done, you run the potential of killing your IP,
Okay, I think that's fair.
right?
Yeah,
But like
I was
so
gonna go
for example, we go back to Attack on Titan because like Attack on Titan happened before we really made the seasonal anime switch, right? Like Attack on Titan fucking died.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like dead. Now season
I was
4
gonna-
may revive it simply because Mappa's doing it and Mappa has so much fucking news time
I think
as
season
like an
3
anime
brought it
studio.
back.
Huh?
I was gonna say that Attack on
I think
Titan was
season
one
3
of
brought it back.
my huge
100% it killed it. But
it
like
killed that IP. 6.5 years to wait for the second season.
Yeah.
Who
You-
the
you know
fuck gives a
what?
shit about AOT after that? You know what I
Attack
mean?
on
Like,
Titan. Here's the thing too. I read the manga when Attack on Titan finished
Okay.
airing. There was not that much manga immediately after it finished airing.
Yeah.
Like they made points of we're gonna wait a while so that we can catch up. I caught up completely, and where I caught up to maybe a couple months after it was fully published was the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Like I read all the way through season 2 like a month after season 1 finished airing, and that's as far as they'd even made it in the story.
Yeah.
yeah. The problem is like now it's like now they have so much material left to work with. Or they have so
Yeah, I was
much
saying, quote,
material
unquote.
left to work with. That now they have to like squish stuff.
And like take out scenes and
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that.
just think, I mean, like, and that's my point. It's like I think anything that's not finished airing or not finished writing, the seasonal setup here is gorgeous because we have
think
this My Hero
nowadays,
stuff, right? Like, good God, like My Hero.
My Hero would suck a lot of dick. If
Absolutely.
If it was like Black Clover and just constantly.
Yeah,
running.
and right now it's filler arc after filler arc, filler.
We're fillering so hard right now for Black Clover. It's
we're like
ridiculous.
Naruto Shippuden
where the
levels.
manga
We're like
is, where the manga is.
Bro, Black Clover
it's
finna need a filler
hot.
list.
Like Black Clover's current manga is hot. Tim and I kind of like referenced it. Like this, I'm just gonna say a set of
love how
words. And like anybody who's reading will understand, and like other people will be very confused. The Black Bull's vice captain is hot. I had an oh no he's hot moment.
Wait, didn't you have that moment
That's
like
all
in
I'm
every
saying.
like
Nice.
third chapter of Tower of God?
No,
Hey, don't
Actually.
judge me.
Comfy did. I didn't.
Don't you hit me with that.
Listen.
But so the point is
Caliban
like,
could grab onto me with his big tree stumps of arms.
Hey, I'm not judging.
I mean, like White could also stab you with a spirit sword and you'd be okay. But
Oh, he could stab me with any sword and I'd be okay.
Okay, so back to the discussion we were previously having.
But the point, like, is we have these seasonal stuff that doesn't wait long enough while stuff's going.
Tim, you found a thing?
I was honestly going for AOT season 1.
Absolutely.
But there's like To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That was going to be that would have been a great just
God,
long
that really
run
died.
show. And it's just fucking dead. I have heard no one speak about it since release.
I really enjoyed
5
that
weeks
season too.
It was
really good when it came out.
good. Yeah,
I heard nobody talking about it though. To be fair, it did
Exactly.
launch alongside some really dope shit.
That doesn't matter though. Like it was a standout show, and people like the people that talked about it like lauded it over everything that season. It was my favorite
really
show
good.
of the season.
It was real
And
good.
to see it just get fucking murdered, like
It was just it got buried for whatever reason.
It did stop being interesting to me the moment that they made it about vampires and werewolves, but that's just me.
that's totally fair. I mean
that's fair, but like it was about vampires and werewolves, not because vampire werewolves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's why
yeah.
I was fine. But
Yeah.
I digress. So
I thought it was a very cool.
I thought it was a great story.
great premise.
It was very well animated.
It was beautiful,
gorgeous.
And, like, that's a show that would have continued to do well if it wasn't a 12
Wasn't
episode
it
season.
great how they made an entire show about monster humans that didn't use 3D CG?
Oh my god.
And also didn't have a bunch of etchy garbage in it.
It's very true.
Again,
hold
to
on
be
one
fair.
second.
To
I
be
mean-
fair, I'm also the etchy slut in this group. So
Are we saying that etchy garbage is a bad thing?
No, he just specified
just-
that. He is the he's our resident.
I have admitted on multiple episodes of the podcast that I'm the one that will watch pretty much anything
It's
at
true.
least once and give it a fair shake. I mean, I really liked How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I will fully admit that. That is etchy garbage.deck. It's etchy isekai. It is the worst two things you can put together to admit that you like. Like,
It was pretty good. I will die on that hill with you. Don't worry, I got you.
but that's the thing. It's like,
Dylan, you want to come die on that hill with us?
I'm with that, sadly. Even with my high
was
standards,
great.
I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with engaging with hot trash. You know what? As long as you accept it's hot trash. But the thing is, the hot trash.
Domestic girlfriend.
Okay, we get you over there. But I'm saying, as long as the series or the show, the
I just
manga
had to.
accepts its hot
I'm
trash
the running
and takes
meme.
and acknowledges it, then it's fine. It's all fine.
It's true.
yeah.
Like High School DxD acknowledges exactly what it is and tells you what it is, and it's like, I'm trash
And
too,
never
by the way.
apologize for it.
And everybody's
Look,
like,
we
yeah,
got titties.
exactly. They're like, this is all we got.
Like the first page, the first show.
But we hope you
Yeah, it's
enjoy
like
it. It's literally, I feel like High School DxD is that like one meme that's like every morning I wake up to go get memes for
God.
my homies, except you just replace that with the word titties, and that's just the whole show.
That's the whole show.
It's the whole show.
It seems about right. My thought,
Nate's sitting here trying to go like, no,
No,
Yep, that's
I
exactly
will
what
not
that-
defend. I will not defend DxD.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I had like 8 people tell me, "Listen, Comfy, I know that there's just boobs, but it's a really good story.
Oh, it's not.
You gotta watch
It's just boobs.
You gotta
It's
give
just
it a try."
boobs.
I have watched like 30 episodes of that show. What's the appeal? Is it the
By the way,
boobies?
I've read
I
the
read
light
all the
novel.
light novels too.
The anime is the anime is
I
better
agree.
than the light novel.
I read
in
all
my
the light
opinion.
novels. I'm
The anime's-
current. I've read it all.
Well, the light novel it doesn't have as many
Exactly.
pictures.
That's why it's not as good. It literally is.
No. No, honestly, even the content is better.
There's plenty of content.
God.
Okay.
I mean,
You know what?
So
I think
that-
you know
that's
what
just
time
a
it
great
is?
point.
I think
No,
we
that's
should-
just a great.
No,
I want no.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, I want to make this final
Shut
point. I want to make this final point before we go. I think we're really beginning to see what the strengths of each medium are.
We
Right?
still have not talked about God of High School, and I wanted to go to the ad spot and then come back and talk about
We can.
the strengths.
I just want
Hey,
to
Hey
make.
guys,
God of
welcome
High
to
School.
episode 9 of the Studio Blank podcast. We can get all your anime and manga news, reviews, and views.
on all things weeb every single week.
My name's Paul.
And my name's Nate.
My name's Sam.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm Dylan.
Thank you. Thank you for leaning into the bit this
Bye,
second
guys.
time.
Have enjoy our sponsor break. Good lord. Just let me finish the point. I just wanted to finish the goddamn point.
We don't know what point you're going towards.
I
Yeah,
literally
Paul-
made
Paul-
the point.
Paul, we're an
Half the
hour.
time you point the shit
We're an hour and-
No, we're not an hour in because we.
We're an hour and 4 minutes into this recording. That's what I looked and was like, "Holy shit!"
The point.
Let's
We're an hour
just
and 4
not
minutes
even
in.
do summer lineup this week. Let's just not.
2 hour
Like, fuck
special.
it.
Let's go.
I mean, like, I mean, I kind of want
No.
to talk at least about the rent-a-girlfriend thing.
We can talk Rent a Girlfriend.
Also, here's the thing. I'm not caught up on ReZero. I'm not watching Fire Force. So
Oh, then we'll just skip it this week.
Yeah,
we
let's
can
just
do
skip
Rent
it this
then.
week.
You
and
need to
we'll-
catch up on ReZero. You need to watch Fire
know.
Force because I'm going to throw something at you. And this Rent-a-Girlfriend episode was actually fucking hilarious.
This rag episode was top.
there was content. There was
Thank you.
content.
Yeah.
Tops.
Comfy, you need another bathroom break before we start?
No,
Okay, I'm just checking.
but
He drinks his drink. It's like, you know what? Just say it. Just say, you know what? Just say,
you,
you know
Paul.
what? And then start hitting.
you know
go.
what?
Oh, you know what? Wait,
I just
wait,
care
I'll hit
for
him
you.
with it.
You know
All
what?
right, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Hit him with that focus. Remember to use code Comfimus when you buy Advanced GG for 10% off. It supports Nate and
Yeah, make sure
on
you
top
focus.
of the on top of
focus. Energy.
hit him with that spicy advanced shaker.
That
know
is
it's
our
backwards, but it's fine.
secondary social clip that's going on the Studio Blank Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's just the
Look at it. Focus.
Energy.
I'll just get into I'll get the random product placement from me and then into that.
Yep. 100%.
And then I'll just tag Sut and advanced.
Trust me. We like to blow up our stuff on our Patreon.
Yeah, so So
Yeah.
I was just like, all of a sudden I was like, we have been recording for a very long time, and
Yeah, it's been about 40 minutes. Yeah.
wait, here
Aim
we
to
go.
end at
The
1:30
special
recording
Patreon
time?
content for the week is going to be talking about Rent a Girlfriend during the ad break.
We can do that.
We can do
can
that right
cut-
now.
you
Let's
can
do it right
cut
now.
I'm waiting. We're waiting for Duck to get back.
No, we're doing it right now.
No, Comfy.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
My office.
You know what we
is,
can talk about? You know what we can talk about though?
Fire Force?
Uh,
Because I'm not caught up either.
Anos Divyehelia is
Avos Dilhevia.
is it Avos Dilhevia? Because it's
That's
Anos. It's Avos. Okay.
Avos Dilhevia. Because it's Dilhade. Dilhevia.
Oh, gotcha. Mans is apparently strong.
Bro. I have an odd feeling that that's the hero. Like,
We came back at the same time.
Dylan
I was here the entire time. I never left.
is it? No,
Don't confirm or deny.
no. Because like I know that's not the case only because the next arc is the hero school.
That doesn't. No. That's not necessarily true.
Wait, I've read it, so I can tell you.
Okay. Yeah, no. Tim is posturizing that Avos Dilhevia is actually the hero.
I can tell you.
I don't want to spoil it for the Patreon.
You want me to message you? I can do
But-
that too.
Nate really doesn't want to hear. Nate's like,
Yeah,
I don't want that spoiler.
I genuinely don't want to have it.
The
spoiled
only
for me.
reason I'm not too worried about it is just because I don't know like what the end of this arc's
Yeah,
gonna
the one
be.
that I told Paul was what the next setting was. I didn't tell him anything else. He was like saying some stuff, and I just said no comment. All I said was the setting. That's all I
Yeah.
told him.
My thing is like, yes, we're going to the Hero Academy, but that doesn't mean that A, the hero has been reincarnated to a person that like is at the
No
Hero
comment.
Academy.
No
Okay.
comment.
B, wasn't there like two other people that were just absolutely fucking broken along with Anos and
No
the
comment.
hero? The
No.
spirit,
Girlfriends.
the Great Spirit, and
No, Spirit.
Wasn't
Great
there a
Spirit got
god?
fucked. Great Spirit got fucked. Great Spirit was, as we pointed out in this last episode, partially reincarnated into the girl who was talking to Lei. And
partially and reincarnated, but that doesn't mean that she like didn't like they didn't take some time after, because like Anos died first, but we don't know when they died, you know, to reincarnate. So if they didn't die to the big shadow walls, and they had time to like do other things,
well, they wouldn't have died to the shadow walls. That's the
exactly.
thing.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. So who knows what they could have fucking done in the time that they were alive and he was the big dead waiting to reincarnate 2,000 years later. You know?
I don't think they were malicious, though.
I don't think Avos Dillhevia is intentionally malicious, but it might be.
I disagree.
We don't know.
I disagree. Trying
Let's
to kill
be
Lei's mother and that whole thing and set it.
You don't know that was Dillhevia.
No, because it's already been mentioned specifically.
No. Dillhevia might not be a person, but an imaginary construct that was created.
Entirely disagree.
Tim, I think you're having way too big forehead takes for this show. It's not that complicated.
You've been doing so much thonking. I have no idea
You're
what's
thinking
going
way
on
too
anymore.
much of the show. I'm sorry. It's not even the web novel. It's not this complicated. It's really simple.
All right, guys. So inside
Okay,
of BAM, the Black March, the Red
Tea
Thrissa,
party.
the Blue Thrissa,
Tea
and like
party.
50 dudes are having a tea party.
It's 50? What do you mean 50? It's
50,000.
thousands.
Like this is like
Yeah.
a take equivalent of saying bomb is like jihad in disguise the entire time. Take. It's like, come on.
No.
This is the equivalent.
I have a feeling that like
He's actually
he's
Enryu
red.
reincarnated.
He's
Did
red.
you know this?
Oh my god.
we don't even know if Enryu's
Oh,
dead
please.
yet.
Let's
No,
not.
he's not.
We're gonna have an entire discussion about this.
He's not. Only because we know that SIU has confirmed inside his blog that Enryu will be making an appearance in the latter section of like the entirety of the series.
Okay, that doesn't mean that he is not dead or that he isn't dead.
Yeah, Saint 14 shows up in Destiny too.
There is
Yeah, but
Let's
he's
be-
also alive.
Yes, but he's dead.
Well,
he was
but he's
very
alive.
dead.
He
was
was
very
dead. Okay, Paul. All right. Imagine for a second. Okay,
Imagine that he's dead and he's now alive.
all of the avenues I was about to go down, I'm
Alright,
not going to go down.
Paul, just remember, Fantanium exists, and whatever he decides to write into existence is the law.
We
Enryu
actually
and
don't
I
know
were
if he's.
kissing behind the
like-
dumpster
but,
today in about 12 minutes.
I disagree because that's not entirely true when it comes to Enryu because we know he was sent by the god on the outside, which supersedes Phantomanium's control on the inside.
But
We don't know too much about Phantomanium, though. We simply know that he's in Axis of the Tower. We know nothing else.
Yes, but
exactly.
like you have
But
to assume.
we don't know that Enryu has the ability to even deal with Fantanium, like at all.
But you have to, if you assume that both Bam and Enryu, which we know from comments, are sent by the god on the outside, right?
That cannot be confirmed nor denied. Bam,
We can't confirm Bam. We have
Bam would be
heavy
confirmed.
suspicion.
We have heavy suspicion, but Bam is not confirmed.
The only
Enryu
that's
most
fair.
likely confirmed. And
No,
that
Enryu's
is-
No,
confirmed.
Enryu is officially confirmed by his own words.
Enryu was sent into the tower as a messenger
Yeah.
from the god of the outside
That's
of the tower.
undisputed.
He
that's
was
what,
confirmed. We don't know why exactly he was sent into the
No.
tower.
No.
He specifically
No.
says to come fuck up King Jihad's shit.
No.
We
He is
don't
there
know.
to incite change.
We don't know what that change is.
That's correct.
Tim is speaking the true words. When they talk about what he's there to do, they speak in
Right.
broad strokes. Now, it could have been as specific as go to the 43rd floor and fuck shit up. It could have been as broad as make
Yeah,
it
like
rain,
have a
bitch.
grand plan set up
Like-
to like stop jihad. We don't know like the change. Like maybe it was just that one thing where he
Yeah,
just goes
like-
to that floor, kills everything,
And-
messes up, and then leaves. He's done. We don't know.
Yeah,
see, here's the
let's,
thing.
let's be real. Enryu went to he got to the 43rd floor, decided, you know what, fuck this administrator, and then created the needle. And then just
I'm going to
fucking
read you
disappeared.
dead
Oh, he's reading
straight. It was later revealed that he entered the 43rd floor believing that Zahard had desecrated the floor that was once Arlene Grace's land, warning those that follow the fake king would be destroyed, and annihilated his fanatics, and then slayed the enraged guardian of the floor, leaving behind the thorn.
Yes. So he went to the 43rd floor,
You left
finding
a
out
list of things that he had done, not the reason that
Yeah.
he was sent there, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like he found out that Jihad fucked up Arlene's shit, and he was angry about it. That sounds what that sounds like.
For all intents and purposes at this point in time, Arlene's been communicating with the god outside of the tower.
For all intents and purposes, Enryu could have been the first attempt at resurrecting Bam.
He was a messenger of God that delivered the thorn into the tower.
He could have been the
Side note, SIU has also said that he's the most handsome guy in the entire story.
Okay.
Thank
you, Paul.
Wait,
I just thought that was a funny mode that I didn't read before. It literally is just there. He literally has like the footnote too.
Wait.
That's a really weird way to spell Uruk, but I get it.
Wait. If Uruk is step on me daddy already, and so is White.
Dude,
if Enryu
that's why Uruk. We don't know exactly why Enryu entered the tower, other than to just leave behind a thorn and murder people. But we do know that Uruk went there specifically to follow Enryu to figure out what facial cream he used and how did he get that hot.
With the takes. Thank you,
dude. There we go. Look at that. Think about it. If Uruk is that hot and is chasing Enryu, imagine how hot Enryu must be.
Dude, like, just glowing. He just like wakes up and the sun is like, oh my bad, I'll go back to sleep.
We're gonna have not an oh god he's hot or an oh no he's hot moment. We're gonna have a oh fuck I need to change my pants.
Oh god.
I didn't bring my Uruk pants.
I didn't bring my Uruk pants. That's the social clip.
Oh my god.
Just no context. I didn't bring my Uruk pants.
Hold on.
What if
I'm reading the blog about him too. I'm trying to find this.
Okay, so
I've done so much Wikipedia-ing.
So where we're going back to?
we're gonna.
I'm just
making
go
back to
a simpler time.
I have to answer.
His affiliation is with the outside god, like entirely.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't say that it wasn't. What I'm saying is the fact that we don't know what exactly he was in there to do. We just know, like,
hold on.
He is an outside boy that was put into the
deliver
tower.
A message.
The tower.
That's all we know.
Yeah. The outside god could go, you know what? The tower is going to accept him in, and the tower does it on its own volition whenever it decides it needs change.
And it basically the god of the outside doesn't like Jihad because he is the false king. That's all I'm getting from reading all of this.
Well, so there's not just that. The outside god specifically within the reference from Arlene's diary. Mm-hmm. Like, we also know that Bam is a direct response of like that. Like, Arlene, someday that God's power will enter the dead child's body and awake him again, and he will open the door to the tower and return and achieve vengeance for my love and finish the war which we started. And God's messenger shall place the red thorn in that child's hands, and that child shall use the red thorn to cut the throat of the greedy king, and then find the hidden key and open the door and lead everyone in the tower to greater heights. That's like Arlene's words.
Enryu's purpose was to deliver the thorn that would cut the king's throat.
So literally, Enryu's entire existence,
he's a delivery boy.
He's a delivery guy.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I would like keep mentioning about this. I love how this entire Patreon section is going to be literally nothing but Tower of God fun stuff. Is Enryu is related directly to Bam's power in the same way that Bam's power is infinite Shinsu. Because the god's power is inherently, like, if we like use the vacuum of like whom the god has sent and or put in the tower, is literally
Shinsu.
Just Shinsu. Like all of it.
I was gonna say
everywhere.
Like, the blood rain that currently occurs on the 43rd floor is still Enryu's Shinsu doing shit.
Yeah.
Like he has put it on infinite loop.
And it's going. It just keep going.
So Mance is fucking busted.
So anyway, that's the point, is like both of them are sent by that god on the outside as literally Arlene's vengeance. Like, Enryu is literally there to be like, oh, you're desecrating my god's
Power.
charge. Like, whether it's for Arlene, like because he knows Arlene from the outside, right? Or if it's because the god knows Arlene and then told Enryu to go fuck shit up. Either way.
Or, and hear me out on this one. This is another spicy
temper trend
5-head moment.
Okay.
Arlene's doing the sucky suck. I'm
no.
kidding.
How was your take?
I mean, Well,
So-
I mean, like, it's been said that she was like willing to go to any means necessary to get there, and I was like, somebody has to make the meme
memes has been created.
that she was
So-
like, you know what?
So
I will go to any means necessary.
I just want you guys to know that not only has SIU stated that he is the most handsome guy in the tower, he has stated, quote, Enryu is the coolest guy in the tower.
Okay, so we're gonna need 2 pairs of Uruk pants the first time we see him, is what I'm hearing.
Well, no, he also notes in that thing in the little blog thing that I was looking at. He was like, "Yeah, I wanted to show him, but I haven't I don't want to spoil too much, so I only showed you his eyes." And you're like, "What do you mean? What?
Also, it turns out that Enryu is the only character in Tower of God that is so well trained that he can manipulate Shinsu to create life.
Hey, wow. It's almost like he can probably bring people back
Who
from
knows?
the dead.
Wait, hold
are
on,
we saying that Bam is literally just Enryu's Shinsu and his mom?
I literally was about thinking about that, because here's the thing.
What have we done?
If the god on the outside all of a sudden
fuck.
decided that
Okay,
he was
we do need to go back to the
oh,
episode.
absolutely,
Remember when
100%.
we were
I gotta
recording
finish
a
this.
podcast?
I gotta finish this train of thought, because otherwise I'm gonna lose it. Enryu's ability is like Shinsu incarnate, right? And thus Bam's ability, Shinsu incarnate, comes from the god outside the tower, which is Enryu when he came to the tower around before Bam to return Bam to the place outside the tower to put him back in where he met Rachel, and all of these things happened were literally so that Enryu could give him portions of that power. And so now Bam's existence is tied to the outside god and Enryu, even though he's already a child born of V and Arlene. And Enryu is great uncle.
That's why he can use Shinsu on the
Yes, thank
43rd
you.
floor.
All right, yeah, Paul is completely correct. All right, that's possible. Yeah.
Enryu is literally Big
He
Daddy
could
Uncle.
be Big Daddy Uncle. Could be.
That
It works.
genuinely...
It would work. But
He's like that step
Yeah.
uncle that you love, who always comes over and hangs out with you and is the
you
dopest
get the
person
best
you know
presents.
and is
Yeah,
the
he gives
best
you the best
partier,
present.
and you
Yeah,
get the best
he's that guy.
presents. And then he's like, "Bye guys, I'm back home. I'll see y'all later." And he only
And
shows
then
up
he
once
rides
every
off
couple
on
thousand.
his jet ski, and you're like, "Wow, Uncle George, how did you get a jet ski in the middle of our suburban neighborhood?" And he's just like, "Doesn't matter, bitches," and he tears up asphalt as he rolls out.
all right,
Welcome back to
we're
the
going back.
podcast.
Guys, welcome back to episode 9?
9.
9
9 of the Studio Blank
Paul,
podcast.
Paul.
We were actually all
Remember-
saying no in German to you.
Paul, just
No.
remember, even-numbered episodes don't have a guess.
Shh.
Odd-numbered episodes do
And it's
have
even
a
more
guess.
telling when the
Just
guest
funny
actually
because
knows the
having
number
guests
and you
is
don't.
pretty odd.
It is. I just
Numbers.
numbers. Okay. That's
Paul,
why
new
that's why
Paul.
I'm not the engineer and Tim is. Okay. Thanks.
Do not put that onus on me. I'm still not an engineer yet. I say that I'm an engineer, and then I do heat transfer homework in which I was dead, so...
I wish I was heat
But
transfer.
at least you know heat transfer homework. Anyway, we're going to keep on the discussion. We were going to do some summer stuff, but we'll talk about that summer stuff in reference to God of High School specifically. Because... Whew,
I'm trying to keep myself
looks
under control.
mildly
Unleash the beast. Let's
Okay.
go, Tim. Come on. Stretch a little bit and you're going.
This week,
Okay.
episode 8 of God
So-
of High School, a lot happened.
This week's
this
episode...
pacing is god
Say it.
fucking...
Say it. Say it.
Ah! This pacing is dog shit.
That's not... No, that's not fair. Dog shit would be more enjoyable than this.
Okay, so
This
here's...
pacing makes me...
I'm going to
I
say
like-
that because they've
How-
already shown the
How should at
episode.
least
Episode
stop
is out.
smelling at some
You're going to be
point.
able to see the episode. Let's put it this way. You don't get to see Aleppo Park be a fucking badass. Ilipio.
Ilpio.
Ilpio. You don't get to see Ilpio be a badass for literally 7 fucking chapters. 7. Something like that. Dude literally fucks up the whole first round. They show you flashbacks of him fucking up the entire regional set to the national set, and he gets the national set, and he's this master strategist, and he's like, you should do this. You should do this. Do this thing because you're only good at this thing, so use this thing to your advantage to
And
kick
he's
this
weak at
guy's
this
ass. Throughout the entire regional one. And then you get to nationals, and he does the same thing. Side note, the whole tournament's not a 3v3, set by set. It's a tag team. So if you're the last one, you're last one. Like when Mori has his whole thing happen at the beginning where he does his pressure points and fucks it all up. Don't get me started about how we skipped the whole pressure point bullshit too, because that was a fucking dope ass arc as well. Anyway,
it was a very nice mini arc, and
it was a great.
Yeah, we had like no context.
We got none of the quality Bong Chim Na content, and I'm angry.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious. Dude's literally like, I just want to get back at. He's like, I just want to get back at Jin, so I'm going to train his grandson to fuck with him. And you're like, what do you mean? And then you find out, and he's like, oh, so he learned all of the acupuncture bullshit from you. And like, side note, you haven't even seen Mori's final form. Don't like at me, but like, we haven't seen Mori's final form. Anyway,
let's not go that far yet.
I mean, Paul, of course you know you haven't. It's a shonen.
Paul. Don't get them hyped up for something that this show is going to disappoint on, because they're not going to set it up right. I went from being so on board with this show, and then today
the wedding episode and this episode were the two episodes where I was like, they fucked the pacing entirely.
It really felt it like the entire like last 5 minutes of the episode. It was like Ginny's like, wow, it's my birthday and I'm sad. And it's like, friends, it's your birthday and we're happy. But why?
I don't
know.
Like, literally, Tim, do the webtoon thing that's like literally them being like, oh, this is how we actually found your place. Not just, we got a notification and suddenly know where you live.
Okay, no.
Yeah, the administrators had the address.
No, that's not how they found it.
They got the notification they got it from the administrators to their limiters. And then, oh god, I don't even remember how they got it. But it was like actually like almost an entire chapter's worth of like fun information. It was a really cool like 2 chapters.
Literally,
on
they're
his
like
birthday stuff.
They were like, by the way, like in the webtoon, they were like, we wandered around for a bit. We're sorry we're late. Because they couldn't find it. They were like, we knew where you lived, but we didn't know where you lived. And so they were like, we were wandering around for like
here, but like
like, and it's a great little bonding moment. Like the same thing when like Mira dropped her sword in the river. Like that was an actual like whole like 3 fucking chapters of like no, it was like 2. It was like 2 chapters of like bonding stuff. Like they're just
so obvious though when there's stuff that it should be more fleshed out and it feels like it's supposed to be. Like that entire section, I was like, this is easily like an entire chapter or 2. And they made it a slideshow of them snapping firecrackers and stuff.
I was very upsetty spaghetti that they just like they skipped the first bout of Ilpio's team's fight, because that fight in the webtoon slaps.
It slaps.
It's one of the best fights in the national tournament.
Well, again, this is the big thing about the national tournament. It's not a like.
It's not supposed
one
to be 3v3.
fight 3. It's not like a one person fights one person that decides like it's like you have to win like 2 out of 3 type shit. Like it is literally like, I knock your ass out, cool, send the next bitch in. Like knock your ass out, send the next bitch in. Like it is a straight up 3-on-3 brawl where like it's one at a time, and like
and it was
you get to the end.
It was either the first of 3 knockouts or concession. Like they went to this thing. Like 3v3 bouts, or like this 1v1 bout, best of 3, and I was like, okay, I don't hate that, but it does take away from like some of the cool like
1v3 situations or possibly whatever.
Well, like Mira literally walks in.
Literal 1v3, and it's
win
supposed to
win your ones,
bro. This is D1 trials. Win your ones, fucking 1v3 clutch on your flawless game, like. And you know what's going to happen is next episode when it's supposed to happen, it's just not going to happen.
Yep.
You're supposed to get in the 2v3 situation with Mira and
Jin.
Mori gets fucked.
Yep.
Just absolutely sent to the grave immediately.
Yep.
And Mira just has to 1v3 to win. And you watch her, and she, like, by the end of the 3rd bout, she shouldn't be standing.
Yeah.
Or breathing. Like, she shouldn't be alive.
Like, I'm gonna...
But she wins her fucking ones.
And I'm gonna spoil something real quick. So, like, if you were waiting for spoilers, literally fast forward probably 45 seconds. In this fight, like, is where, because as Daewee points out, they need to find their Cherryox. So, like, they get their chariot
power.
They get their god powers, and Mira's like getting her ass whooped, and all of a sudden she's like, nah bitch, come at me. And you're like, what do you mean? And she pulls out her shit and fucks shit up, and you're like, holy shit. And then she uses it again and fucks the next guy's shit up, and then the third bout actually like is a toe-to-toe fucking brawl, and like it matters, and we're not like, I don't know how they're gonna like resolve that.
I have no idea. I don't know what they're gonna do.
And I'm just like,
I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, because like the whole like structure of the fight, yeah, exactly. It's gonna ruin that 1v3 setup, and then like I don't know what they're gonna do. I just don't know. Get it? Rule change. Rule change.
We'll see.
I think they're gonna have a
Rule
great
change,
time.
So that's like, well, again, like I'm upset with it about the Mira stuff, but Alipio's fights are like,
Ilpio's fights.
Fights are just like, dude, he fights Taek. Like they literally, like, you know, when you saw Taek do his shit in the ring and Daewoo came and was like, nah, you can't do that, and like he was like, cool, I'm still gonna eat up the magician's son. Like, ha ha ha. Like my chocolate.
That motherfucker flatlines.
Like
that was the only thing that was properly paced in that entire episode.
Yeah.
About him dying?
Yes, that was the only thing in that entire episode that was properly paced to the webtoon.
Yes. It's just
it was only 14 panels from the moment that you see him on the operating table to the discussion between JJ-san and Mujin Park.
Yep.
It is not long.
I'm just really upset we're not getting our
moral of the story. Just read the webtoon.
LPO Park?
Moral of the story.
LPO.
Just
Yeah,
read the
I
webtoon.
mean, please do.
I will read
it gets
the
wonky.
webtoon.
It gets wonky. Like midway, like chapter 300 gets wonky, but that's fine. Because like
it gets
then
wonky earlier than that. Thank you very much.
No, it's about
I've also decided to read another wonky thing. I'm just gonna start reading JoJo's.
That's fair.
It's been more than a year since part 5 ended. I need it.
Yeah,
That's
and
fair.
like to get back into the discussion of like how the manga and then watching the anime has like set my expectations. I had incredibly high expectations for this show based on the first season of the manga or the webtoon.
Well, and the first 3 episodes.
And the first 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes were fucking phenomenal.
I mean, they skipped a bunch of little shit in the beginning, but that's okay.
Again, I had gripes.
That
but
was
at
the
same
purview of
time,
the anime. Like you can understand like those little stuff they have to, if they have to skip, that's okay. But like the major plot points.
The fight between R and Mori that you miss in the beginning, that one I was kind of upsetty spaghetti about because like that gives context to Mori's interest in fighting R like in the first episode that you see. Like you watch him do it, or maybe it's the second, but it's like missing out on that makes it very hard to like understand why he wants to fight R so bad. The problem is you can ignore something like that. It's like, oh, well, maybe he just he remembers that the guy that brought him in, and you hear like a context clue about it. It's like they're talking about R, and it's Q and R, and I think it's P talking up in the booth, and Q goes, "I heard that you brought somebody in and they broke your arm."
Yeah, and then you got that little caveat and then like context clues. You can kind of figure it out.
And you're like, okay, so he and Mori must have fought.
Yep.
But you don't, like, if you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss that detail.
Yeah. It's just,
So, like,
it's a really interesting, it's an interesting point because like what we're seeing is real-time adaptation with the director involved too, who is the writer. And I'm really interested to see why, why he made those decisions, because I get it. I get time. I really do. I get that you only have 13 episodes, and you want to hit that.
Like, episode, what was this, 8?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Episode 8 could have been episode 8 and 9, and it would have felt fine.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Oh yeah, I said when I finished watching the episode, I posted in the Discord, this episode feels like 3 episodes in one.
I saw you post that, and I hadn't watched it yet, and I was fucking livid. I sat down, watched it, and got angry. I'm just like,
I'm sitting here looking at this, and this is what's really interesting me, right? Like, Tower does, what is it? 13 episodes of 74
don't excuse
chapters.
Tower completely. There's some plot points that they completely, like, forgoed, even in the first season. Like,
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. But at the
Tower
same
wasn't
time,
perfect, but at least the
Okay, I can
pacing
say
was
that, yeah.
good.
it's not even just that the pacing was good. Like the pacing was good, and they spent at least from what I think, like they spent a decent amount of time in each of the sections that were important to those characters, and like kind of sideline things that were less inherently plot important for the first season. Sure,
like-
they missed stuff that like may have
Into
been
Dawn.
like
Yeah,
detail
we'll have an
oriented
effect.
later, right? Like
But-
we see Urek, which we didn't need to see in all honesty. Like we
But it was a
hear
cool
about
thing.
like we see these things that were extraneous that we didn't need to see, and they miss out on a couple things. But otherwise, like we still have this whole point that's like everything
Never
felt
rushed.
organically day to day. Like even though we missed our banana reference, even though we missed like a bunch of other like smaller things, like in learning about Shinsu inherently,
Yeah.
like
They
we
cut out like a little bit of like mild world building that like Yuri has in
Yeah.
the very beginning when she's talking with Evan. like-
but that's fine.
Exactly. No, like that stuff is completely unnecessary.
We're
like,
missing,
they cut out
like-
a conversation they have about Phantom Minim, and it's like, yeah, he's not relevant.
Yeah, but like the
at all.
level of God of High School, you're missing like huge portions of really relevant stuff, and even the
Oh.
good stuff, like
Oh,
even the
yeah.
fight scenes, like some side scenes you're completely missing. That I would say even better than what we've been shown thus far. Like I think that's undisputed. I think, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Ilpio Park's fights.
LPO's fights are some of the best fights in the entire first season.
Yeah, no, they are.
I like I'm not I'm
if
like
if they fuck up Ilpio versus Tyke, I'm done. I
no, see,
don't
I
care.
can so the only reason I can say I could mildly forgive that is if they end up doing the end of their discussion properly. Like if they do about half of that fight and then end it with the proper discussion that's supposed to be done, and that properly translates into like what's going on with Taek, and then the Mori versus Park fight, like I'll be okay.
That's a lot of ifs and buts, but I'm with Tim here.
100%.
Yeah,
but
here's
like
my thing is
my thing is I would rather them do. I'm trying not to spoil.
Justice?
I like that fight deserves to be shown properly, but good God, if that next fight between Mori and Park,
my
like
problem is if they fuck up the Park Tyke Jagal fight, they're definitely going to skip that conversation and we'll just go into the Park Mori fight, and it will not be good. It
No,
will be
100%.
It'll either be 2 rushed episodes that feel very bad, or 1 rushed episode with 2 amazing fights that both got fucked up.
It's a lose-lose.
see, and this is what I'm thinking. Well,
It is a lose-lose regardless if they
People-
don't do the justice to both of those fights.
people tend to forget that what makes let's make this in
Okay.
reference to My Hero. Why are My Hero's fights so good? Not necessarily because the animation and the fights themselves are like gorgeous in animation inherently.
emotional
and the build-up.
impact.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
The hype.
Like if you don't get this emotional impact in the build-up to Mori versus I want Ilpio. I want to say it right, and I keep pausing because I want to say it right. Ilpio. Like if you don't get the emotional importance of that fight, which we got a taste of at the end of this episode,
which was good. Thank
They did a
God
great job.
That was like a reasonable thing. Like, yes, we missed out.
that
on some
pacing was
details.
right. I mean, the pacing was about right for there.
I just want to point out, if I like walked out of this room and then walked into Paul's room and punched him in the face, there would probably be like a bit of cheering, a bit of like, yeah. But like, if I walked out and I vlogged for a solid week, my entire journey across the states to punch Paul in the face, and then I did.
The emotional
Huge.
impact
Massive.
would be
Massive.
monstrous.
Much
And
bigger,
imagine
because there's a
if I
build-up to
vlogged
it.
the build-up of me knowing, hey guys, this is day 3. Comfy's about in Oklahoma at the moment, and I'm making sure to get some ice and padding for next week. So be
He
prepared.
could be attacking me at any point in time.
You know, like you it's not even just like the one-sided build-up. Like
What,
if you didn't
one-sided
notice,
build-up can be enough, honestly.
like
But there needs to be some substance.
Mori has a connection to him that you see. But like you need to understand his connection to Mori. because like you have a moment of that, but good God, they didn't even express that they were playmates for a solid like fucking 4 hours while Taijin went off and did Taijin shit.
Yeah, that's like a cool detail.
Like they're literally like playmates for a good time, and like he's like, go practice your taekwondo versus his
Don't
taekwondo.
beat up that toddler.
Like
No. It's really the cutest thing. Like, they sit there, and Taijin looks straight at Ilpyo right in the eyes and goes, I won't always be around to protect Mori, but I want to trust you to do it, because I know that your grandfather was incredibly strong, and so was your father. And I know that you'll be just
you can
as
do it.
strong.
It's so. It's not even just that it's
like the
cute.
connection,
Like it's
the
literally
emotional-
like
It's a
like-
heartbreaking moment,
Right.
actually.
here to another separate point. It's literally like having like imagine watching the Naruto versus Sasuke fight with no connection to the rest of the Naruto universe. That final fight, you wouldn't give a
cool
shit.
Animation.
You'd be like, cool animation, beautiful fight.
The waves.
But like literally, what makes that fight
everything.
is that first
everything.
fight,
All
that
of it.
second fight, that
It
third
wasn't
fight,
like the
almost
last-
dying,
Right.
fourth fight, like.
When that fight was aired at the end of Naruto, it was a spectacle. There were like Broadway-sized billboards up in Tokyo advertising it. Did you guys like see all of the advertisements
I know.
when it was happening?
Like
It was wild.
Because everyone was waiting for it. It was like,
And, like,
since the inception of the show.
It was their end game.
That was
like
it.
like people in the US have been building 10 years for like Avengers
Just
Endgame.
Naruto.
They've been building for
Endgame right there.
Naruto. And that's not a slight or anything.
and like
That's literally
and
a
that's my point
comparison.
about this fight between Mori and Park. Like the context for that fight is like that old. Like sure, it's not that far like in reference to like how long you've been in the manga, right? You catch that detail like a couple chapters before. But good lord, if you're not sitting there going, he's fighting to protect him and teach him something. And it's like literally, like you're gonna watch this fight, and I'm not spoiling any of the like later parts of the fight, but like based on what you like we've just talked about, like you know that he's there to fight with Mori on behest of not just him and his dad and his grandfather, but on Taijin's wishes as well, to get Mori to a place where he can protect other
Right.
people too. Like it's a whole
It comes full circle.
we're
It's just
missing
like,
that.
they're like just taking it all out. It's like, yeah.
It's this little mini arc that's not really a mini arc, that's part of the whole arc, that you just like get introduced to a character who's mysterious and you're like, oh look, like he matters, you know?
Yeah, and you can see it on more. Like, the one thing they did right in this episode with the Ilpyo and Mori thing was when Mori sees the back of Ilpyo's jacket.
Yep.
And he goes,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, that's
That's-
Taijin's tiger.
That's my grandfather's tiger. That's his military uniform.
Ilpyo's got to
Right.
know something, or he's got to know. He's got to know. Like he has to know
And
something.
and you notice that because of course, like the way they highlight it is Daewee and Mira being like, "You good?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Huh? Yeah." Like he's like completely spacing out. We've never seen him space out before.
That's not a fact. We have definitely seen him space,
Okay,
but not like that.
not like that. Not like
Well,
focus
usually he'll
spacing out.
snap back
He
into it
spaces
because
out,
He's spacing because he wants to
It's
fight
like, this
somebody.
is not.
but he's not spacing out because he's paying attention to a detail of something. So like Ilpyo has
Usually
this
when you
moment
shake him,
of
he comes
like
back in wild.
Ilpyo has this moment where he's like, yeah, like I'm fighting you on behest of your grandfather, and let me teach you something he didn't teach you. And you're like, huh?
And oh god, I don't want to spoil it, but
I
it's
can't
Spoil it. We need to save that. Let's save it.
I'm
Let's
not
save
gonna
it.
spoil
We have to
it.
save
Like,
for them.
We'll save that for like 3.5 weeks
give it that,
down.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're like we can talk about that because they're gonna be the way they're pacing it. I think I know where they're going, and
I
like
hate it. I 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 hate it. They just like put it into fifth gear and they're like, we're just going.
I don't
We're
like
just
it.
going.
I really don't.
I was like, can we put it back in second? Just please. Please.
I
I
just
thought second was too fast. I was wrong.
I was wrong. I just there's a way to do it without sacrificing characters. And they're sacrificing characters.
And they're like fodder. They're just
And-
like, we don't, this character doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. They're just,
Unfortunately. And I don't like...
It hurts. It hurts me a lot.
Because, like, the characters are so well done.
That is
You
one of the
root
things
you root for Olipio.
Dude, Ilpio is
Ilpio.
actually my favorite character. All the way through. No, all the way through. I think he is one of the best characters in the entire series.
I think
he's
the four of them.
well-written.
I think the four of them, and then the way they play their chemistry together throughout the series, like, you meet him here and you're like, oh, maybe a side character that stays. No, he's like one of the central four by the end of this. In all reality.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because of his relationship to Mori and all of the things that happen. Like, you'll get there later, right? But, like, I don't know. If they do it right, I'm going to be happy, and everybody's going to be floored, and it's going to be a great couple of reveals, and, like, but good God, if they fuck it up, this is going to be Attack on Titan season 1 ending, where, like, it's not that, like...
This is a show that will either be made or die by the fact that it's a seasonal anime.
Yep.
That is, and this is a fact. This is the other one I wanted to talk about when we were talking about that. Because today's episode was the defining moment for that. If they had done it right, and they hadn't fucked it up, it would have just worked. And it would have been, this show would have done fine. And it probably would have been successful enough to warrant a second season. But now they have to hope that they do the last 5 episodes right, and they don't fuck them up, and they have to hope that it just works, and that it
They have
works
to stick
well.
the landing. They have to stick the landing.
Yeah, because they tried the vault, and they fucked it up. So they have to hope they can recover.
Death. I'm interested to Dhillon. I want to hear what your thoughts
Honestly,
are here, Ray.
Tim basically echoes most of the same thing. But what I think is, I also need to like frame in the disconnect from like webtoon readers and like just regular people watching this that haven't touched the webtoon. I think that they're gonna make this fight amazing enough, even if it's not like going with the webtoons, where I think it probably will warrant another season just because of the sheer popularity of this season, how it's going. Like, I think they royally have to mess it up. Not even in terms of the webtoon, just like terms of animation on their own kind of thing, which I don't think is going to happen. They're probably going to royally mess up the adaptation, though. But I think it's going to be, the fight's going to be cool enough where it's going to end in a high, where a second season is going to be warranted, but then it's going to be like the problem of, like, how are you going to adapt from all the plot points you missed from the first season, and how's that going to, it's going to be a compounded thing.
See, here's the beautiful part of it, like, on the flip side, which is, if it gets a second season, you can honestly remedy a couple of those really bad mistakes in a second season. You can fix pacing. You can fix character, like smaller character points. Like you can revisit, and like Naruto does very often with your flashbacks. Like that's not the issue. The issue is going to be if they nail the ending. Because if they are ending where I think they are ending,
there is a high bar to not fuck it up.
It's not even just that it's a high bar not to fuck it up. This ending, literally, like,
I think it's the make or break for this show.
If they end in the proper place, this is what I think. This is what I'll say about this. If they end in the proper place on the proper high note, it will get a season 2, and they'll be able to fix their mistakes. If they end at the wrong place by trying to push it just a little too far, everything will break.
This is episodes 9 through 13 are the make or break for this show. Because we all talk about, how the first half of a season can be fucking phenomenal, and in the second half, it's like they tripped on the ground, they started to fall down a hill, and they just tumble out of control down Mount Everest. It goes from being here to there, and it's like I have a name for it. It's the trigger treatment.
Stop it, please.
So
And-
here's the thing. It's like, whew.
I
Okay.
don't want the show to get triggered.
Here's okay. I'm gonna mini spoil just because I want people to understand like how important this ending is.
So spoiler alert.
You get Maury's entire reveal of who he is as a character, and his entire history and why he is where he is. You get the relationship of Maury to Illipo.
Every time.
Ilpio. I keep messing up the second half.
Every time.
Ilpio. You get the relationship of him to Mugen. You get the relationship of Mugen, Mori, and Taijin. And you get the relationship of all of them to everything else that happens in these last 5 episodes. Like everything, literally
Comes back full circle,
everything
like all the connection.
comes together. Because you can't find an ending point before that.
No, there's no good
If
ending.
you are at the point where there is no good ending except for that point.
This is the
and
make
if-
or break. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
They have to do it right, and hope
Like-
that it and they have to do it.
I literally
Do it
just
right,
don't. I
not
just
fuck
don't.
it up.
I just don't. I mean, like, honestly, it's possible that they just finish with the national tournament,
That's what I was thinking was gonna happen.
but like then it doesn't
That's my
feel.
guess.
You know what I'm saying,
That's my
Tim?
guess.
Like,
If they end with the end of the national tournament, no one will be satisfied.
no.
It will get triggered. It will get the trigger treatment.
I
and
don't.
people
The
will
only.
be angry.
I don't think the trigger treatment necessarily would apply if they
Yeah, I was
ended at the
gonna say.
national tournament, because I think it's like the problem is like, I'll put it this way: if you end at the national tournament, there is literally like a successive, like 7 huge reveals, like 5 to 7 huge, like character world shaking reveals between that and the next best stopping point. So either they fuck the entire pacing it up and are like, national tournament's October, I'm not gonna say it wrong, Mori Park fight like is done like that, and like that matters, and then like they reveal things about that fight in that fight. Like there is no good stopping point in the next section.
But I think it's all about the pacing.
Question. Did they miss the free-for-all?
There was no free for all.
So the free-for-all is after the national tournament, correct?
I think
I
so.
don't see
The
that.
3-3
Yeah, I think so.
free-for-all.
Yeah. Yeah.
A 3 for all.
Do you know how
if
many
will.
do you know how many chapters that is? That's like 7 or 8 chapters. At least. Just for that.
Out.
So you mean
They'd have
half
to
an
condense
anime
that
episode.
they'd have to condense that into half to a full
They have to
episode
do it in a fall.
if they wanted to get to the big part. Like, I don't foresee them having the ability
But like just
to
that
get
pacing
to-
alone. Like you don't. That's absurd.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
back and read. I'm gonna go back and read this week, just because I really need to see what the next best stopping point for them would be, because otherwise I really like feel like they're trying to end it. Like, because this next episode.
Here.
I don't
This
know.
is what I
I
think is
just-
gonna happen. Most likely, they're gonna
It's-
stop at the national fight, the last fight there, because the pacing you're advocating for to even reach the full circle to get that closure and good stopping point would take like three of episodes of the wedding, or this episode where there's like 3 or 4 chapters like smashed into one, and then we have to go. It's not gonna work.
Exactly.
It's not gonna work.
That's
they're
the
gonna have to stop
problem.
at the nationals at the end. I think that's what's gonna happen, and they're gonna make a cool ass fight there.
Or
Or they can just turn it. They can put it in like 9th gear. And
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
full
saying. Yeah,
fucking
that's
send,
what you have to
because
do.
It seems
you would
like
have
they're
to, you have to
accelerating.
accelerate it.
well, so here's my thing: is they may. I'm thinking about it more now that we're talking about it, and they may just do the thing where they get to that final fight and
just give
end
it
it
a yoink.
with the reveal
And cliffhanger.
of
And just give the
Park and
cliffhanger
Mori, and that's it.
I
Like
think
they
that's
cliffhanger
like-
that.
That's just like I could be satisfied with that ending, only because like it would probably be enough for people
And then
to
read
go,
the
holy
webtoon.
shit. Yeah,
Well, and then
Right.
we'd get our second season.
probably. It's just
Because I haven't heard anything about being greenlit
No,
for
I
a
haven't
second
heard that
season yet.
No, I haven't.
they
heard
have
anything
not
about it.
been.
Yeah,
Neither has Tower.
either.
You know,
Um,
like I'm used to like this Netflix treatment where like halfway through in internal screenings, like The Witcher got its second season greenlit, and like
Right.
The Mandalorian got its second season greenlit, like midway through
I think
internal
like, Shield
screenings.
Hero, like I think it
So-
was like towards the end they got season 2 and 3 greenlit.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Shield Hero did the best any isekai had done in
Yeah,
like
fair.
a year and a half. So
Well, not even just that, the source
Man,
material's
in
all
the
there too.
season of
In the season
Isekai.
of Isekai.
yeah, in the season of isekai, it did the best of the isekai. So it was kind
And-
of hard not.
And
to.
and all the source material's almost already there. Like it's mostly
It is
chucked
mostly
through.
done, so
like they can afford to do that. So anyway,
wow, this has been a hell of an episode.
Almost at 2 hours.
Whew.
I did it.
Yeah,
This
almost 2
topic
hours
has led
recording.
this to this
Wow.
far.
We also started
Yeah,
20
fair enough.
minutes in. So
Well,
guys,
we
if
do
you want to
still
catch
have
the
one
first
more
20,
bit.
we do. But I'm gonna make this point. If you guys want to catch the first 20 minutes, it'll be-
and not
and the
have
middle.
a King's Coast ad break, which has a lot of fun discussion in it, by the way.
Instead, get a 20-minute discussion
Yep.
about Tower of God.
in the
20
middle,
minutes about Tower of
spoilers,
God and
all of
some
it.
other stuff. It's all really great.
We really didn't spoil anything in that
Yeah, we really didn't
conversation,
do it.
though.
No, we didn't do that.
Not really.
I mean, like we spoiled all the anime people.
We spoiled a character for
And
the
one
anime
floor.
people that
That's true.
hasn't even
And one
properly
floor.
shown up.
That's true.
I mean, like it's
And
not
one floor.
much
Yeah.
in the grand scheme.
That's
of things.
true.
We didn't
I
even
thought-
really discuss.
Yeah, we
what's
just did
going
like
on
a
on that
very
floor.
like
That's true.
yeah.
We didn't spoil that much. It's like light spoilers.
That's fair.
Guys,
If you want to
Light
catch that, it's
spoilers,
available over
you know
on our
what I
Patreon.
like.
Light novel
novels?
titles. There we go. That was such a bad transition.
That was
Comfy,
not the
take-
worst one we've ever done.
No,
so
it's
fine.
not. But like, whew. Comfy.
All right.
Take it away.
Yes. Well, let's go with this one. I think this one's fun.
Oh no,
Oh no.
this is bad. It's gonna be cringe. It's gonna be cringe.
Yeah, you know
Oh, it's
what,
gonna be
Death, you
cringe.
get this one. Shinichi Sotoyama might just be the world's most average high schooler. That is, until he finds himself summoned by the Blue Demon King to a fantasy world, just like his favorite RPG games. What? Except this Demon King is pathetically begging at his feet, lamenting the arrival of some heroes who apparently have infinite lives and respawn over and over again. Unlike his hysterical summoner, Shinichi coolly takes on the challenge of fending off these pesky heroes, literally shaking hands with the devil. But the Demon Clan is about to find out that his twisted mind is darker than the worst of them in The Dirty Way to Destroy the Goddess's Heroes.
Wait,
That actually sounds very interesting.
that sounds
Yes,
etchy
I was
as
gonna say, that
all
was
get
gonna-
out.
And I want to know how many commas
Oh,
and periods are in
dude.
in that entire thing.
Okay, so in the description, there every single time that I
Okay,
stopped, there was an
okay.
exclamation point question
Now I
mark
know.
combination.
That's
and
upsetting.
Oh,
I wanted more
Yeah.
semicolons.
Here, where can I put this that you can also see it? Ooh,
There
I'm
you
gonna put
go.
this in guest house so you can just
Let's
see,
see this.
how etchy the
Let's
cover
see
of
it.
this
Oh,
is.
Oh,
there
no.
it is. There it is.
Oh,
Paul
no.
was right. Paul nailed it.
Oh
Paul nailed it.
no! Oh, of course I did. Oh my god, it's so etchy!
Oh, I'm so gonna read the shit out of this.
Nope,
Oh
I refuse.
man,
I
I
refuse.
intentionally I wasn't gonna pick this one, and then it was
Oh,
in the
God.
recommended list for the one that I was gonna
Let's pull
pick.
it
So I was
out
like,
here.
you know
Let's
what?
do it.
Yeah,
Good job.
let's pull
Guys.
it out.
No, go ahead. You were
Worth.
gonna say something.
Worth.
Honestly, worth.
Guys, thanks for listening to episode 9 of the Studio Blank podcast. I'm your host, Paul, with my co-hosts, Nate and Tim, and our special guest, Dhillon, one of our good friends
What's
from a
up?
long time.
Of course.
Thanks for coming on, bud. Guys, you can find Dhillon over on his Twitter. I'm going to need you to spell it out because, good Lord.
INDERBIR and then Dhillon DHILLON. Yes,
.com.
.com. Yes, that's exactly it. It's .com.
.com. Yes. Find.com.
Remember.com.
Make sure to go check him out. Great bud of ours. All the
Salt of
weeb
the
stuff. Salt of the earth. And you can find all of us at our normal spots on the internet. You can catch me on Twitter at Twitter twitter.com forward slash I_love
.com.
underscore Mondays, MUNDAYS.com. You can catch Comfy over on the internet.
You can find me on Twitter at Comfimus, COMFIMUS.com. Find me at twitch.tv/Comfimus.com and fb.gg/Comfimus.com.
And you can find me, Tim, on Twitter and on Twitch at Syndaxatrix, SYNDAXATRIX.com. You can also find me most of the time tweeting memes on the Studio Blank Twitter account when I remember to open up both accounts at studioblankpod.com. And you can find me also running the Patreon at patreon.com/studioblank.com.
There's so many .coms, man.
Dude,
We
hey,
truly
listen.
entered the internet age. Guys, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
2 hours and 6 seconds.